Welcome to the Beastlands. Here, the only law is of the jungle, the only call of the wild. But all is not balanced in these happy hunting grounds, and when aberrant scars of the planescape's great conflicts tarnish these lands, only the noble unicorn knights can preserve the natural order. Or at least their recent contractors can give it their best shot. The quarry is clear, the trail warm. It's time to assemble our hunting party.
Hello, and welcome to our little horror hunting D&D campaign, folks. My name is Austin, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and though evolution has no destination or final state, we have reached ours. Welcome to Campaign 3, Season 1, Episode 10, the finale of the first season of Rolling with Difficulty, Hunting Party. Say hello, everyone.
It's getting wordy by the day.
If evolution there's no final state, then what's this all everyone evolves into crabs nonsense that I've been hearing about?
Customization. Just the fact that they have a very useful, very efficient body plan, and so evolution does tend to lead us in that direction. But people have a tendency of saying more or less evolved, and that is not scientific. That is not a good way of talking about evolution.
Yeah, everything's been evolving for the same length of time. Oh, we're not?
We're not here to talk about evolution, sadly. Instead of filling up 4 hours with me blabbering, we're going to fill up 4 hours with me blabbering interspersed with dice rolls. So before we get started, Sophia, do you have any announcements that you'd like to share?
Yeah, well, did you know that the Komodo dragon, as seen in a James Bond film starring, oh my god, Daniel Craig. It is a
Daniel Craig film had a Komodo dragon?
Yes, I want to say it was Skyfall.
That's like a 90s Bond film. That's crazy.
It was Skyfall. He goes to like a casino or something.
I don't watch
Komodo dragons in a little pit, and then people get knocked into the Komodo dragon pit. But they take 8 to 9 years to mature, and they spend some of their early years mostly in the trees, which I think is very charming for these big lizards. Anyway, that's your lizard fact. We want to tell you to stick around to the mid-roll for a special word from our friends over at Twice Rolled Tales. And as a perpetual reminder, we've still got Virla and Vhas pins available in the store. So if you are looking to get little enamel versions of our two favorite V-named dudes from Campaign 1, you can head on over to our CrowdMade store to get those bad boys for yourself. And if you buy both of them, you'll get 10% off your order. So, do not separate. They are designed to be enjoyed as a pair. And unlike the Kiana and Finbar pins and the plug pin, these are just stock that we have. So they're available until they run out. And if you order them, they'll get shipped right on to you. So be sure to pick those bad boys up for you before they run out. As a reminder, we also have a Discord server where you can chat with other fans of the show, and a Patreon if you want to support us directly and get extra content from the cast. Somewhat recently, there were some of Katya's deck of silly things cards with little descriptions that I wrote up and noticed a typo in like yesterday. But lots of cool stuff is on the Patreon. Lots of cool stuff is on the Discord. And don't forget about the pins. With all that, Austin, please let us engage in the finale of the podcast.
I don't want to alarm anyone about our future prospects, but Austin just spent the last 30 seconds literally twirling his mustache, so we might be fucked a little bit.
It's at a length where I can kind of start to put some shape into it, and it's just fun. It's just fun to imagine. What if I had a little curly mustache? All right. All right. Well, then with no further ado, let's get into Campaign 3, Season 1, Episode 10 of Rolling with Difficulty, Hunting Party, the finale. When last we left our heroes, after successfully averting an invasion of the Grove of the Unicorn by some mutated ants that were mutating the forest and trees, you were ambushed from above by the silver dragon that was taken as an egg from grandmother's house. This dragon, having been experimented upon, grafted with a chunk of elder brain to its back, fought you, then fled as the situation proved dire. You pursued for some time, then stopped, and decided to make a short rest camp, if I'm not mistaken about that.
Yeah, yes. I think we would.
I think so.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, then my question is, as this short rest is going on, and you are all sitting, Kireek, what are you doing during this short rest, and what is Kireek's headspace?
Kireek is spending his time. Well, mechanically, I'm using my hit dice to completely. I'm spending it all on strain, baby. We're venting all this strain. No hit dice no hit points for Kireek.
No.
So I suppose in world, what Kireek is doing is he's kind of like meditating almost, although not necessarily he's taking on like a meditative pose. But you can see that over time, the sutures that have split begin to slowly graft back together. He like wipes off the dried blood that is leaking from his eyes, and in his headspace right now is concern for Trystine and this abomination elder dragon brain thing. He knows that Myeliki has given Trystine a possible path through, but as much as possible, he'd like to see that dragon revert back to being solely a dragon, and he might have some plans for that.
All right, fantastic. Triss, before we go on, I would like to ask, I think it's been a while since we've had a short rest that was this important, perhaps for the whole campaign. How does venting strain work with your hit dice?
Yes. I don't think I've actually done it at all this season. So,
there you go.
Instead of rolling hit dice to regain HP, I can instead use hit dice and at a 1-to-1 thing, vent strain. So 1 hit dice vents 1 strain. I'm at 13 strain. I'm venting all 12 back to 1. We're resetting the board, baby.
Back to 1. Restart the fight.
All right. Fantastic. Now we're on to Triss. Triss, what are you doing during the short rest, and what is your headspace?
Bad. It's not good.
All right, moving on. No.
Yeah, she's doing. No, I feel like for Trystine, a short rest it's almost just like a little mini dip into elven trance. So just kind of like off in the corner, staring, not blinking. Because for her, a short rest doesn't do a ton. She heals up. She can get back 6 sorcery points. Everything else is pretty much expended. So it's just a little bit of like a recharge. I think maybe she's glowing very slightly as she's sort of reigniting with this sorcerer's power. And she is trying pretty hard to not think about anything for the hour it takes to get through this.
Okay. Katya. What is Katya doing during the short rest, and what is her headspace?
Yeah, I think Katya is as on guard and prepared for everyone to turn on her as she has been the entirety of their adventures, but now everyone knows why. And so I think that she's sitting as close to having her like fur on edge as someone possibly could, kind of off to the side of the circle, and just kind of keeping an eye on the others, almost completely detached from the adventure to go. You know, it's a goal to achieve, but it's not one personal to her. And I'd say the only person that she doesn't anticipate betraying her is Garou, because she's kind of assumed Garou has been out to get her from day one anyway, so it's not really a betrayal at that point. So she's just sort of keeping an eye on the group for the inevitable other shoe to drop.
Okay.
Katya's like, this day's not bad enough already. It needs to also be bad for me personally. No, I love it. It's great.
Which brings us to the aforementioned Garou. Garou, what are you doing during the short rest? And what is your headspace?
Garou is going through his pre-hunt checklist, making sure he has his weapons on him. He double checks his books. He just checks on his supplies. Spends a little bit of his time sort of walking the perimeter of the camp, watching everybody else. But for the most part, he's strangely calm. Like this is something he understands. He knows what the creature is, and he's excited to go out and hunted down. Although this time, there is a bit of restraint that needs to be had, given this creature's relation to one of the members of the hunting party.
Excellent. Well, you each roll your hit dice, with the exception of Kireek, who uses it to vent strain. Quick hit point check going down the line. Kireek, you're down to 1 strain, but how many hit points do you have?
Well, the psionic toughness that I had administered to everybody goes away at the end of the hour. So whatever 17 points you have gained, you are now 17 hit points fewer.
Yes, because it increases your maximum as well, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Your
so everyone goes back to a
HP.
normal maximum and loses 17 of those hit points.
Which means that the already the kind of okay 63 becomes a sort of not okay 46.
Yeesh.
All right.
Well, if Kireek needs a little bit, I guess Garou would notice. He's looking over the rest of the party, making sure everyone's in tip-top shape. I do have a free healing word I can just throw out here.
Actually, you know what? Kireek will offer various healing potions that mechanically I used all 6,000 gold to buy. But in universe, I imagine that Kireek kind of crafted these on his own with his herbalism kit. So if anyone needs healing, greater healing, or superior healing, I have some of those to give away.
I actually apparently bought 6 at full price, so if anyone needs some,
I have no healing potions, and I don't need one currently, but I would love to have at least one to be able to administer to someone else in a pinch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just let
I
me
think
know.
Katya just steals 2 from my bag while I'm waiting, so because I'm just staring in the other direction.
Cool.
You guys have all the time that you need to quaff any potions you'd like.
Yeah. What level, Triss, of potions are those?
It's just a common potion of healing, so that's the 2d4 plus 2 hit point type.
Gotcha.
And that's 2 of them. I'll remove 2 from my inventory.
I will down a greater healing potion.
Yeah.
Excellent. I believe greater is 44 plus 4.
44.
Cool.
Yep.
And I also have one of those.
Stick them in the hat.
Oh wait, hold on. Do I have a thing for this?
While Noir rolls that, Red, how many hit points does Triss have?
104 out of 110, baby. I was down to 70, but you gave me 10 minutes of prep time, so.
Katya?
70 out of 71, and I use my arcane recovery to get 2 third-level spell slots back.
Excellent. And Garou?
148 of 151, and I have my pack slots back, baby. Let's go.
Fantastic. You guys got your whole short rest time, which means that there was also an hour for, other people to get short rests in.
Shut up.
You take your rest, quaff whatever potions you need when you feel that you haven't fully recovered, rearrange so that they are kind of spread out throughout the group. Hunting party, what would you like to do?
Katya is the one who has the bead on it, right?
What do you mean?
Because that was
yeah. Katya
you cast a spell that allowed you to identify, or sorry. I've got so much mind spike in my brain now. But no, you because you've seen it now, you can scry its location. That was the
I can cast. I don't have anything
session.
actively on it, but I can use divination.
I knew we had something that meant that wasn't as much of an issue as it would have been, but
yes.
Yes, indeed.
Before we get to the whole tracking this thing down, I want to make sure we're all on the same page about how we're handling the situation, since it is very, and Katya will gesture towards Triss, personal to one of us. Triss, how do you want us to handle this creature if we run into it again?
Mayaliki gave her word that if we return it to her, she'll do what she can. So, we keep them in the state that Mayaliki can do anything about. Not dead. Subdued. And I think if we destroy whatever's controlling it, that won't be difficult.
What of the aberration
that corrupts it.
I will stay my hand.
If Myaliki has anything close to the power she indicates, I assume dealing with the aberration is what she's promised to accomplish.
And I will remind you, if things go south, if things go very, very wrong, and our only option is to dispatch of your friend, your family, I will not do it. But you need to come to terms that you may have to put the creature down.
It's not going to come to that.
There are solutions beyond death.
Point of order, I think only Katya knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
only Katya knows that you can resurrect the dead. So as far as we're concerned, it's like, it's a shame we don't know any 15th level clerics out here. But hey, what are you gonna do?
A solution beyond what are you referring to?
Arcanists throughout these plains believe that the soul is required to resurrect those who have passed, both a piece of the original host and one willing to give a part of their soul. But there is a way around this, for to thwart death is merely a matter of the mind.
And I assume this is something you can do?
Kireek nods.
Garou just lets out. He can't. He's trying to hide this grin, but he fails to do so. A giant toothy grin spreads across his face. He says, "That may be incredibly useful."
This is not allowance for you to be unleashed as you may wish, but it is a potential to carve the rot out of your creature. Looking to Trystine.
I stand by my promise. This is not a decision I will make.
Well, regardless, we're getting ahead of ourselves and we're focusing on the wrong problem. Something was controlling the dragon. Wherever it went, that creature is surely going to be as well.
I would like to remind everyone that we had at least temporarily broken it from that thing's control. It might be making its way back to whatever has been causing all the problems in the Beastland, but I find it unlikely that we're about to walk into the lair of the grand mastermind behind it all. Let us deal with one foe at a time and be prepared for the idea that this dragon is going to be difficult to deal with because we cannot necessarily take out the root of the problem.
Indeed. One thing at a time. With Katya. Find us that dragon if you can.
I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna pop up a scrying on it.
Now, this is you do have a potion that helps you with scrying. It's a very powerful potion. You might not want to use it here. Completely reasonable. Just want to remind you that you did spend some time making that.
Yeah, I don't want to use it here because I have, I would say, extensive knowledge of the target at this point, and that I have fought it in battle and seem to know it well.
Yes.
And
well, you know what its breath smells like. I'd say that counts as extensive.
Yes.
It has also used its legendary resistance for the day, which is a meta thing that you guys learned, not a
yes.
Within the fiction thing, but.
Tris, any chance you have like, or really anyone we were just in combat with, any like rogue pieces of scale or anything that fell off of the thing we were fighting?
I'm gonna look pointedly at your hand because you clawed it, and it's probably got blood on you still.
Any chance I got a little bit of body part, lock of hair, or bit of nail on me?
I like the idea. Go ahead and first off, take an inspiration. You can use it on this or something else if you'd like. Go ahead and make a medicine check to see if you can recover something. But I'm going to call it a pretty high DC. I'm going to call it DC 20 to see if like you have a sliver of scale or something that you might be able to get back.
Yeah. Also remind the group that I don't have portent dice for this session because they only recharge on a long rest. So until we take a long rest, I cannot sway fate in battle in the way that I used them both in the previous encounter. I purposefully, I think there was a good place to use them, but I...
No, it was, yeah.
Yeah. I have a +0 to this, so I'm going to use my inspiration because I did not roll a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 15, so it's still possible.
Okay. So it's a D10. That's a 50. Yeah, it's a coin flip.
Danny reaches through the weave and
actually a little bit more because there's no
you.
0 on the dice, so you got a 60% chance.
Oh, actually, there is a 0 on the dice.
It counts as a 10.
With a 5 on the D10. That brings me to a dirty 20.
Dirty
Nice.
20. All right, fantastic.
Let's go.
You reach in and underneath your nail recover the smallest fragment of silvery scale flecked with purple blood.
Okay, this is going to be fun. Katya will kind of plop down cross-legged. Bunch of, no, wrong spell. She'll pull the crystal ball out of the staff and just start like kind of making it hover between her palms, and we'll start to cast the Scry. Now, because I have extensive knowledge of the target, it has a -5 to the save modifier, and because I have a piece of it, that's -10, so a total of -15 to the save modifier.
Okay. This is a wisdom save?
Yes, DC 17,
All right.
and it has to subtract 15 from whatever it rolls.
I think nothing short of a natural 20, even a natural 20, I think, will fail this. Cocked. And it's a natural 3, which gives it, that's, what was it, 9 minus 15 or something?
Yeah.
It just makes it teleport to our location.
At a tremendously low roll, what does it look like? I think this is the first time the party has seen you cast Scrying. What does it look like when you scry as you hold your crystal ball aloft?
Yeah, I think Katya starts to float a little bit off the ground as well, kind of mimicking how the crystal ball is, and it's very difficult to notice. It's almost like there's a gentle breeze affecting all of her clothes and her hair, and there's just the faintest purplish pink glow around her fingertips, kind of like tracing through the air as she, not in the crystal ball deceptively, but in her mind, sees whatever the scry is. So... whatever I
misdirection.
experience. You can see and hear a creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence of you. The target makes a wisdom save, and failed save. The spell creates an invisible, intangible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there, and the sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. And if let me know. Got 10 minutes of scry up. What do I see?
You... It is no longer on plane. No. You go into your scry and feel yourself pulled back. You are facing Arborea Ward, and you kind of feel your mind's eye pulled Elysium-ward, what some would call west. Out across a shining huge lake surface of water to a pillar of stone that juts up into the sky, carved out by wind and rain in the middle, on an island in the middle of Salira's mirror. You see that there is, at the base of this island, right by the edge of the cliff, a kind of cave system, water pouring out of it and meeting, it's like kind of thin stream of water running over the rock and falling into the lake. And you see the silver dragon mutant that has taken its own rest, rising up from the edge there. It had been laying down in the surf, the spray hitting it, making it glisten in the sun with the silver and the strange purple veins underneath. It kind of brings its head up, shakes like a dog, flicks off the water, and then it takes to the sky. It stays in that location but flies up, 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 and high up in the sky, looking down at the entirety of the Beastlands here. You can see the forest where you are currently finishing your short rest in the distance, looking down as it hovers up there in the sky, waiting.
I've got good news and I've got bad news. Good news, we don't have to travel very far. Bad news, it's definitely waiting to fight us. It's like hovering in the sky above the forest we're in.
It's still directly above that island. Like it flew straight up in the air, and it's looking
the island
down,
in the middle of the
surveying,
mirror,
waiting
that
for
lake.
you guys.
Yeah, it's sort of in the air. If we were to fly straight up, I bet we could
you've
see.
seen the lake on the map.
Yeah.
So there was no sign of any lair, any allies, anything else. Just
No, I think the assessment that the Grand Master behind this scheme is probably not immediately trying to reclaim its creation. I think if anything, we've learned that whoever is doing this, whatever is doing this, is not too precious about the things that they make. They will just make more if things falter. Or at the very least, they're keen enough to know that we would follow it back, and maybe we're a bit more of a problem to deal with than they would like. Regardless, the dragon is, as far as I can tell, alone.
Kireek will unfurl the map, repeat the information that Kemel had told him when trying to describe the environment around which he was being experimented on. I believe the key words that Kireek wants to get across are eyes and stone, and point to the little island in the middle of Salira's mirror.
It does kind of look like an eye.
Well, unfurl that carpet of yours. It's time to go.
It was a very deep well. All right, the carpet unfurls, hovers about a foot over the ground. You each climb aboard. Yip, yip, it climbs into the sky, and you begin to move Elysiumward. Out over the forest, you see the greens, and in some places, kind of dark reds from some of the maple that are here disappear and give way to churning water that reflects light up at you as these little waves crest. You fly over this monstrous lake that is, frankly, as this lake is as big as many of the domains of the Beast Lords. Like, this is a very large place, and it takes you, remember the little bit of time you spent flying covered just the space between the Grove of the Unicorn and the lake there. So it takes you several minutes as you are flying across here, and you feel, how high up are you going to take the carpet, Kireek?
How much does Katya describe of what she saw in the scry? Like, literally what you just communicated, or
I think as we get on the carpet, she'll say like, "Oh, keep going until I'll let you know when it's the height that I saw from the trees look like they're about the same size." Like, she'll tell you whatever information you want. She's not holding anything back from the scry.
Okay. You want to try to get to the same height as the dragon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So way up above where the spray of the water can reach you. High up where there's only the faintest hint of starting to feel thin breath. You fly and approach. You see the mountain, which was this, this huge pillar of rock, which was visible the whole time, draw nearer and nearer. It starts to become full in size as you approach, and you know that you must be about where that dragon was. Now, I guess my question, how long does scrying last? You said it was a couple minutes?
It's 10 minutes, but I think the implication is that you are watching through for the duration. Like, it's not like a locate creature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It lasts for 10 minutes. I just mean this is a little more than 10 minutes. So even if you've been concentrating, the dragon didn't go anywhere different or anything, but your scry fades, but you know that you are approaching where you saw it in the sky. All right. You pull up. What is everyone's passive perception?
Sorry, point of order, GM. As we get closer, I will do psionic toughness. I'll manifest psionic toughness on myself again, regaining me those 17 hit points.
Fantastic.
And I will also manifest iron, which gives me 15 temporary hit points. My AC increases by 2, as well as some other stuff. I turn into Colossus.
Is that... But is that on everyone or just you for the psionic toughness?
Just me.
Katya will also lean forward to Kireek and tap on the shoulder with the staff, and I'm gonna death ward you before we get over there, because it lasts for 8 hours.
Hell yeah!
It lasts for 8 hours.
All right.
And it's either 0 HP or your strain thing, one but not both. So,
right.
I just don't want to have to spend an action doing it in combat.
Yes. To answer your question, my passive perception is 13.
My passive perception is 18.
Okay.
My passive perception is also 18.
Oh.
And Kireek?
16.
16. You pull up into the sky where you knew the dragon was and begin to look around. Down, you don't see it anywhere. Among the waves, among the rock, out in the sky. You cast up, and Salira, the sun that hangs in the sky at all times, that gives this lake its name, is blinding above you. And Garou, Katya, Kireek, each of you see the dot that emerges into a giant form shadow overtaking all of you as the silver dragon comes down from top and smashes into the carpet. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw. Everyone who succeeded in seeing the dragon coming has a chance to grab onto the carpet, and if you do, you will get advantage. It's up to you if you would like to be thrown free of the carpet. I guess that's your choice, but if you want to, you can grab on, and it'll give you advantage on the strength saving throw. Tris, you're going to be making this saving throw with just straight.
Just straight. Cool.
Yep.
It won't matter.
So everyone except Tris does it with advantage?
Yes, everyone except Tris does it with advantage.
Okay.
All right. Kireek, what did you roll?
18.
18 fails. Tris, what did you roll?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 succeeds.
Huh.
Katya?
7.
Fail. Garou?
I'm feeling 22.
You succeed. All right. The dragon hits the carpet and is just using its body weight to plummet it down towards the surf. Everyone hold on, tries as best they can. Kireek and Katya, you are thrown free on impact. Tris and Garou, you two fall with the carpet, but at the last moment as you plummet through the sky before it hits the waves, the dragon lets off and comes back into a hover, and the carpet steadies you. You feel the elevator sudden stop in your stomach, but you do not take any damage. Kireek, Katya, you will fall and take falling damage as you hit the water.
Is there something that I can do beforehand?
If you have a reaction, you absolutely can.
So just a reaction, not an action?
What
Katya,
action do you have?
Do you have Featherfall?
No, why would I take that also?
Great. Can I use my reaction to cast Featherfall on these two?
You absolutely can. All right, as they are
Okay.
flung free, Tris, you cast your hand out and cast Featherfall. You watch as, the silver dragon wings come and they float down. You guys plummet fast, come to the water, stop on the carpet. The other two come down. They are thrown clear. I would like each of you to please roll me first a D20. We're determining where you're falling in the water. So please roll me a D20 for Kireek and Katya.
Yeah. I think I alluded to this in my solo session, and I probably should have talked to you more about it beforehand, but I did. I think I said Katya doesn't know how to swim, and I kind of wanted to hold true to that. Can I not have a swim speed for this? Is that okay?
Oh, God.
Yep, that's absolutely. Sophia, go ahead, take an inspiration, you have a swim speed of 0.
I'm going to keep giving Austin reason to give me inspiration to make up for not having the portent dice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, D20, Kireek, what did you roll?
15.
15? Okay. So, 11.
Just point of order,
13,
Featherfall
14,
slows
15.
a falling creature's rate of descent to 60 feet per round, so if we were higher than 60 feet in the air, nobody's reaching the water this round.
Excellent point. You are very high up. I think we're going to treat this as they will hit the water on not their first round of initiative, but their second round of initiative, since they are descending far slower than you. All right. Go ahead and place yourself over here, Kireek. And Katya, what did you roll? Did you see where my arrow ended over here? Yeah, fantastic. Katya, what did you roll on your D20?
I got a 15.
Oh, okay. You are in the same row as Kireek, but you're up over right here, very close to the
You're
land,
so
actually.
close to shore. This is great.
If we're not falling on our... it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm really not worried.
All right,
carpet?
so the carpet is right by the dragon here. So let me go ahead and... Where is carpet token? Thank you so much. It is size large. It is right here next to the dragon. Garou and Tris, please put yourselves on the carpet. It didn't end up mattering because you had the feather fall anyway, but yeah, the chance of hitting... There was a small chance of hitting land based on what you rolled. And
that would hurt.
Yeah, that could have... yeah, that could have been bad. Fantastic. All right. Now we are rolling initiative.
I got a 9 total. Does anyone want to swap ski, or is everyone good with what they got?
Oh my god, I also got a 9 total. We could totally switch.
My dex is definitely higher than yours.
13.
Yeah.
Do you want to switch with Kireek's 19?
No, it's okay. I don't mind going later in the order. I just wanted to see if anyone else cared.
Okay.
I like to offer, but honestly, 9's pretty okay for me.
All right. So, coming into initiative, the carpet stops. The two of you descending slowly through the air with those spectral silver dragon wings. The initiative goes like this: Kireek, Garou, Katya, then Tris, I believe. Yes. Katya has a very good dexterity. Followed by, at the very end, the Silver Dragon Mutant. Now, the Silver Dragon Mutant has spent hit dice, but is not fully recovered. You can still see wounds on it from your last battle. So, Kireek, 60 feet above the water. At the start of your next turn, you will hit the water. You are 60 feet in the air currently with nowhere really to go. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would like to beam gaze, which is 120 feet range.
You're gonna do the Cyclops in the X-Men animated revival where he like beams the ground, and then that's how you slow down.
where I break my fall with the fucking beam.
The tightest scene ever
that's
animated.
crazy.
That shit was rocked.
Your eyes, his neck must be so strong to support his
That's
eyes
always been true.
hitting the ground.
Aching from carrying the weight of Xavier's legacy. Anyway, I'm sorry, you were saying beam gaze.
Such a dick.
Beam gaze,
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, taking 3d10 force damage on a fail of save or half as much on a successful one.
27 con.
27?
Yeah.
It is a dragon.
Okay. It's a big ass dragon.
I figured. Do I want to do this? Do I want to spend my strain doing this? Oh, hold on. Let me manifest my die first, and then I will answer that question. Okay. I accumulate no strain, which means I have no qualms gaining more strain. What a stupid
Round
sentence.
1. Turn 1, round 1.
Imagine if you do all that talking about, like, I can restore you from death itself, and then you use too much strain and you fucking
killed
can't.
himself
I know.
using
I'm thinking about it.
I-beams.
Nah, fine. I'm not gonna, because
You're not
it's
prepared
too
for the
much
whiplash
strain.
and you break your own neck.
It's too much strain. Okay, so half of 3d10. Okay. 13, half 2, 6. Cool.
Okay. 6 damage. Hey, you didn't you didn't use any resources for it, so. All right. Your steel form continues to descend. Any bonus actions?
No. Yeah, no.
Okay. Garou.
Garou is going to sort of stand on the carpet. He's going to look down at the silver mutant dragon and says, Trystine, I'm sorry. Your brother here, brethren, quite ugly. A face only a hag could love.
Her tags are quite
Great.
loving. There's that one rat.
Anyways.
Nothing wrong with its face. It's the thing on its back. Seriously?
Garou's just going to, with one hand on his battle axe, he brings out the sentinel shield. He's going to give it a playful, he'll give the axe a playful twirl, and he says, I'll take it easy. And we're just going to do 2 hits here.
Okay. Any rage, or are you going to hold off on rage?
No rage. It will be reckless, though.
It's always reckless. Go for it.
Reckless.
Double 17 for a total of 27 here.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 12 slashing for the first hit.
Okay.
And then, I don't think that's gonna hit. Actually, it might. 8 plus 10, 18 to hit.
18 is the AC.
Okay.
Will just hit.
And that's minimum damage, so 8 slashing.
All right. Not bad, though. I think 18 damage on a turn. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That is all he has.
All right. The Silver Dragon Mutant is going to use a legendary action to tentacle you at advantage.
Go for it.
Damn. 2 and a 4 at advantage. That's a 17 to hit.
17 is my AC.
Okay. So you will take 11 points of psychic damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
All right. Katya. You are descending through the air 60 feet above the water. You see the horrible splash and spray as your feet, what's the word I'm looking for? Just continue, you can't stop it, like...
You ever tried to give a cat a bath?
Your feet relentlessly move
You know,
closer.
you hold them over it, and they just keep arching further and further away and scrunching up. Katya will, as she's falling, whip her cape around, like, up over her face, and it just whoosh, up into a puff as she misty steps. I am going to bloop myself right on over to some rock.
Okay, so you will descend onto the rock.
Yep, that's fine.
All right. Any action from you?
It's not like a brace for impact action by any chance, is there?
Well, you're not going to take any damage because the
Featherfall.
Featherfall is coming for you.
Yeah.
So.
I will. Katya will mind sliver. I know that they're the same creature, but is there any way to, like, target the elder brain with the mind sliver as opposed to... Yeah. I'll just
They
mind...
are one creature. Fixing this problem is more difficult than just doing enough damage to kill the elder brain that's on it. They are... Killing the elder brain would kill the dragon.
Okay, well, I need a DC 17
is...
intelligence save.
That is a natural 20.
Yeah, that will succeed. And it's a cantrip, so it doesn't do nothing.
It does indeed. All right.
I'm too freaked
but
out.
you made sure that you're not going to be floundering in the. You made sure that you're not going to be floundering in the water. All right. Second legendary action. Tentacle at Triss. Here we go.
Come at me, bro. Literally.
That is only a 3 itself. That's only a 16 to hit you. I think that's going to miss.
17.
Okay. That brings it to your turn as a tentacle whips out from the brain and strikes at you.
Yeah.
Do you dodge or does it bounce off of your scaled skin?
I think it fully just misses me by a hair. Like continuing the trend from last week of it almost gets me and then it pulls itself back just a skosh.
It has been doing a lot of that. You move your body, the carpet kind of shifts under you to keep you from falling off into the water. And then it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going to cast Summon Dragon. So
Summon Dragon, one's already there.
Yes.
We got one.
So it's a 5th level spell. It calls forth a dragon spirit. I think the dragon spirit normally just kind of looks like, yeah, it's a silver dragon. I think it looks specifically like this silver dragon as I picture it without the giant fucking brain on it. I'm trying to add a little spice of extra psychic damage on this thing, just for funsies. So it is concentration, so hopefully that's fine. It basically just pops up right next to me. I'm going to use my movement to hop onto its back.
All right, Draconic Spirit. Whoops. I think you should have
I have a token for it. I'll throw it on the board. You might need to make it big
yep.
for me, though, because I believe it is large.
I would love nothing more, Red.
There it is. Took a second.
There it is. All right.
It shares my initiative but acts immediately after me, and it obeys my verbal commands, which doesn't take an action or a bonus action, so I can just do that, which is cool. Oh, it has a swim speed. That's nice.
It makes it one of us.
Yes, and for its resistance, because this technically I get to choose what kind of elemental affinity this thing has. It has a resistance to that, and I share that resistance for as long as I hold concentration on the spell. This is a point of order that Trystine would remember. I don't remember. Do we remember if this thing was doing acid or poison damage when it hit people with the breath weapon? Because
that just happened to you, so I don't think that there's any reason to gatekeep that. It's psychic damage.
Well, yeah, I know that there's psychic damage. I just thought maybe there was also like an element of acid or poison in when it did the tadpole breath. But
the tadpole breath is entirely psychic damage.
Okay, cool. Then I guess we're just gonna do lightning, so it does lightning damage. Why not? Okay. Yeah. So
there isn't a gem version of this spell?
Not that I have, to my knowledge.
Oh, it surprises me.
Well, Summon Dragon comes from the Draconic spell list, so I don't think I get control over it.
Well, it's go on. What?
No, it's all good.
Is it going to attack?
Yeah. I mean, obviously. So I'm gonna have us.
Obviously.
Obviously, like totally. So we're just gonna hold on. Let me see if I can select us both. I can, and we're just gonna scooch a little bit up over here. Just make things a little bit easier on myself. And the dragon spirit is going to use, let's see. No, multi-attack is boring. We're going to use the breath weapon. So it's nothing too crazy. I can just have it keep doing it for as long as I hold concentration. So the dragon spirit, sorry, the Elder Brain Dragon needs to make a, hold on a minute, everything is in different places. My spell save DC. For my bonus action, I'm going to do innate sorcery, which means my DC goes up, and I hadn't used my bonus action, so that's fine. Which means the save for this is actually DC 18. Hold on, sorry, I still need to press everything. We're good. Okay, and it's going to need to make a DC 18. What kind of save is this? It's probably Dex. Let me check.
Dexterity saving throw breath weapon.
DC 18 dexterity save.
It will fail. It has a wait, hold on, let me double check. Dexterity has a +0 to this. Yep, it'll fail.
Okay, great. Then it's gonna take. Then it's gonna take.
If you're
2d6
aiming right, you might be
damage.
able to hit Garou too.
Oh, so tempting, but I'm not gonna do that.
I can take it.
He's on the carpet.
Don't
Don't hurt the carpet. It's a powerful magical item.
It will damage the carpet. Yes. So 2d6 damage of 2d6 lightning damage. That is 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
And yeah, that's
it. Can it can attack too. It makes rend attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down.
Yes, but I assumed that the breath weapon took its attack action and it can't multi-attack with the rend.
Multi-attack. The spirit makes a number of rend attacks equal to half the spell's level, and it uses breath.
Okay, then it's going to make 2 rend attacks. So my spell attack modifier, hold on. My spell attack modifier is +9.
It's your charisma plus your proficiency.
Yeah, so I'll just roll the first attack, because it only gets 2 of these, because it's a level 5 spell. That first attack is a 23 to hit. So that's going to be, that hits. So let me just see, I think it's 1d6 plus 4 plus the spell's level, so that'll be 1d6 plus 9. That's 5, so 14 piercing damage. And then second attack, that is only a 17 to hit.
That will just miss. All right,
yes.
Does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
All right. It will use its final legendary action to try to whip ya, tentacle.
Yep.
That is going to hit with a 29.
Yes.
All right. You will take 11 points of psychic damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
I have to double check the range on that, actually.
And I'll
Tentacle
make a con
reach
save,
15
but
feet. We're good.
I think it's physically impossible for me to
DC
to
10,
fail a
yes.
concentration check, but yep, that's a 21.
Okay, you are all good. Now it is the Silver Dragon Mutant's turn. All right, it sees the dragon that you have summoned and is going to go into a bit of a frenzy over it.
Yes.
No, frenzy isn't good.
Frenzy
It'll
is
hurt
bad.
us more.
Frenzy is good if it's attacking a summoned spirit that doesn't feel it that much.
But we think of
true.
who is behind the summoned spirit. It does range. It does
Okay,
area
well-
of effect.
Okay.
You would
it's actually
hit
going to
Katya
use
by
its multi-attack
extension to
here.
your relatives.
It is not going to tadpole brine breath. It is going to multi-attack. So first against your dragon,
Who's Brian?
that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, AC 19.
Okay. It takes minimum 9 psychic damage. It is grappled.
Okay, let me just see how much HP it's supposed to have and then subtract from that.
I think it's 50 plus 10 for the spell level, so that's 50.
It is. So it's 50 minus 9.
So
I'll just pick
minus
a note
9
of
is
that.
41.
Yep.
All right. Then it is going to... okay, cool. 2 claws. Claw. Here we go. That is... Both of those are just 19. 6 and 6.
On the dragon spirit still?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, those still hit.
Yep.
So wait, is
that-
6 damage on both? Or, no, sorry, go ahead.
Nope. I'll tell you the damage is 9 slashing
Okay.
and then 13 slashing.
Okay.
How many hit points does it have left?
It has 19. No, wait. Yes, 19, sorry.
All right. Final attack. This is the bite. I'll roll this in front of the group because the bite does the most damage. This could be the end of the dragon. That is a dirty 20 to hit. All right, here we go. The bite is... Yeah, it rolled really badly, but managed to hit just each time. All right. The bite is... 6 plus 8 is 14 piercing. And then an additional... Here we go, 2d10. 11 psychic. I think that will be enough.
It poofs.
Yeah, you summon the dragon, and actually he has to move right here to get into melee with it, but he goes into a complete frenzy and begins to unload tentacle, claw, bite every single attack at this thing, and the dragon rends in a puff of arcane. You fall 10 feet into the water.
Aren't I grappled?
Oh, correct. Never mind, you don't fall. Good catch.
Not sure grappled by this thing is
and-
where I want to be, but I'm just saying.
And that is going to end its turn. It's just going to stay... Yeah, well, it's got... I was going to say a fly away from Garou, but it's got Garou grappled, so that wouldn't actually help it. That'll bring us to the top of initiative. Back with Kireek. Kireek, you settle into the water. Made out of steel.
It doesn't say I have like a 0 swim speed or
No,
anything like that.
you
or that
don't.
anything.
You're not
Yeah.
like supernaturally heavy and thus sink to the bottom or something. Although that would be rad as hell. But yeah,
be.
you come in with a pretty impressive splash despite the feather fall. And yeah, you are currently treading water way over there. You see that the dragon has just destroyed the summoned spirit, and it has 2 of your friends currently grappled. What would you like to do?
How much swim speed do I have? Is it half my movement speed?
Yeah. It is half your movement speed.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I will use my full, I'll use my movement speed and my dash action to climb onto the carpet. Get me.
All right, it's 10 feet above the water. How are you gonna reach up it to get
it? Okay. Never mind.
Does it currently have anyone inside it? I feel like it would just sink, right?
The Garou's currently on the carpet.
Ah.
Would I be able to use my action to move the carpet and break the grapple?
No, you can use your movement to move the carpet as long as you're on it, but that's you moving. You're grappled. It wouldn't pull. The carpet isn't a creature that could pull you out of the grapple.
Gotcha.
Points for creativity there, though.
Okay. Well, I will wait beneath the carpet and hope Garou can see me and be a logical human being, bugbear.
Logical humanoid creature.
But Garou is within 30 feet of me, so I can use my bonus action to amplify. So next weapon attack he makes has an extra 2d8 psychic damage.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Gets an extra
Will that end your... Did you dash there? Was that your action?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So that will end your turn then. Now, Garou is there. He is grappled. So he can't really move the car anymore. But you are also within range to get onto land on your next turn, even without a dash. So
true. Yeah.
That will bring us to Garou himself. Garou, what would you like to do?
Can I use one of my attacks to sort of grapple Kireek and pull him closer? I do have long
you've got
arms.
10-foot reach.
Yes, I
don't
do.
You? Yeah. 100% of Kireek. If Kireek does not want to resist it, then 100% you can use one of your attacks to grab Kireek and haul him up onto the carpet.
I from around the tentacles, Garou reaches down a mangly arm down into the water, grabs Kireek by the head.
What are you doing?
It deals an extra 2d8. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
For a bird, you're not very good at swimming. Onto the carpet you go. Right, plop him
For a bird, you're not very good at swimming is an insane thing to say.
Birds are good swimmers. What are you talking about?
I do have an asymmetrical number of limbs.
Okay, whatever. We're not getting into the some birds can swim kind of argument. I'm not doing this.
It's not an argument. Some birds can swim, some can't.
How do I move all birds can swim? You know what? I'm just gonna.
And then I will
Kireek's
use
now.
my second attack onto the dragon.
Thank you.
Here. Reckless. That will double 14s. Okay. 24 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay. Good on the dice here. 19 slashing damage.
Whew.
Nice.
And then bonus action, I
Psychic
will
damage too, right?
Misty Step. Yeah, I added the 2d8.
Oh, okay.
What was the psychic damage that you dealt against this creature that is psionic?
Slashing, sorry.
It was. You said it was also. Oh, was it? Is it 2d8 psychic damage or is it an additional 2d8? Oh, okay. So, did you include the 2d8 psychic inside of that slashing?
Okay. Sorry, yes. It was 10 psychic, and 7 slashing.
Okay. Okay, that is reduced.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of forgot, but I should have known.
That's okay. And then I will use my bonus action to Misty Step. I'll turn to Kireek and says, "You get onto land somewhere safe. Let me and Trystine handle this." And I will Misty Step out of the grapple and into flanking for Trystine.
That's just...
Is the
you guys are a little bit in
still?
the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are about 10 feet above the waves. It stopped before you crashed into the waves and all took falling damage. Otherwise, it would have been hurt too from the fall.
If you just Misty Step onto the water and then just bloop, 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 bloop.
You can always Misty Step onto its back.
Sure.
No! That was bait!
Yes. I like that a lot better,
all right.
actually.
This is an acrobatics check contested by the dragon. Climbing on its back.
We're
So
swapping
go ahead
control of this carpet so many times so fast.
Don't lose
That's
the
fine.
carpet. It's really useful.
Go ahead
for
and
getting around the
roll.
Beastlands.
Go ahead and roll your acrobatics check, Garou.
Cool. I'm going to preemptively just use my talisman D4 on this because I'm going to need it.
It's just really slippery and gross. And...
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. I said I'd use it. I used it anyways. It would have brought me up to a total of 10.
I rolled a natural 9. It has a +0 to dexterity.
Oh.
No way.
You are currently on its back.
Yeah, Garou sort of slips a little bit. The whatever mucus or whatever it's making it a little extra shiny slips him up a little bit. But he manages to grab on. When I Misty Step, though, I needed to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
As I use my Taunting Step. Let's make a
Whiz,
DC
that's
15 Whiz, or have disadvantage on attacking creatures against disadvantage on attacks against creatures
against
other than
creatures. Well, it is only a 14, so it's gonna have disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than you.
Hell yeah.
And then it's going to take its. Sorry, go on.
He's going to say, "I'm the only one who's supposed to be killing dragons here. Over here, ugly."
All right, it's going to, at the end of your turn, use its legendary action to tentacle you at advantage because you attacked recklessly.
Yeah.
So 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Over here, ugly. Pow!
Smack in the face.
Just gets wrapped up.
That is 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Take that.
All right. Katya.
This guy's not an undead,
What you gonna
right?
do? Nope.
Great. Katya's feet hit the ground and immediately she's like, okay, I hate today.
Yes, your feet hit the ground at the start of this round.
Not cool. Not cool at all, body of water. All right. She's going to, after a moment, gathering herself, wing her staff around, and I'm going to cast Blight on the mutant. His, necrotic energy starts to climb up from the bottom of it. If I could get a DC 17 con save.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it is good at these, but we'll see. There's always natural ones. Con has a +12. That is going to be a 23.
Yes, that will save, but it still takes half damage. Predictably, the divination wizard does an awful lot of psychic damage, so I don't think I'm going to be super helpful here. Alright, nice. 26 necrotic halved.
Have to
Not
13.
bad.
Okay.
And I will back
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Attack at disadvantage against Kireek with the tentacle for its second legendary action. That is only going to be a 16 to hit you.
My AC is 15.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
You take what?
and that's with the iron boost.
Tentacle.
It's a little metal Mario over
Okay.
here.
That is 13. I've been pretty consistent on the rolls here. 13 psychic damage, and you are grappled.
Have to 6.
Yes, indeed. Okay, that brings us to Tris. You are on the kind of ground surf here you fell onto.
I've been grappled by
looking
the
up at
thing,
the
so
dragon.
I'm where.
Oh, never mind. You're
it's
right.
still
My
holding
mistake.
me.
I I forgot about that. You are instead grappled in the air, feet going in the sky
yeah.
over the water.
Yeah, that's how I react to being not on the ground, of all characters.
I'm joking. You are
Yeah.
stoically hanging suspended midair by a tentacle
more like it.
wrapped around your abdomen.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to finally do these in the correct order. But let me. I think this is correct. Yes, I'm going to start with Sorcerous Burst, which is a cantrip. So I just need to roll to hit. Do I have any disadvantage from being grappled while I'm doing this?
Is it a ranged or melee spell attack?
It is. Oh, actually, good question.
I believe
Oh, wait,
Sorcerous
yeah,
Burst
it's
is a ranged spell attack.
It is ranged. Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack, actually.
Okay, because you're within 5 feet of him, you have disadvantage. The
Oh,
grapple
hold
is
on,
not
wait.
doing it,
I'm a
but-
spell sniper. I think that means
Oh,
that...
so you don't.
that's not
you
true.
don't have disadvantage. Yeah.
Great.
So go
okay,
ahead and roll.
All right. Okay, so this plus 9.
Spell sniper. I can shoot people from point blank.
Yes,
Shoot. That is only a 7. Wait, hold on. Let me check.
Spell sniper is clutch.
Might be
Shout out to
something.
Campaign 1 Danny's.
Do you have advantage because of your sorceress mojo that you got going on?
Yes, I do have advantage on the attack roll, so I'll roll this again.
Man,
And it's a natural 20. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, boss.
Okay.
Thanks
We need
for the
those.
reminder.
We take
Thank you,
those.
voice of
You're gonna deal
God.
psychic damage, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't think that's even an option in Sorceress Burst.
No, it's the
it
elemental
actually is.
damage.
Well,
isn't
we're not
it?
doing it.
never mind.
So no. So it is because of my level, it is 3d8 base damage. Sorry, it's
Plus
3d8.
24.
Yes. Let me just check. Actually, I think it's only 3d8 plus. Nothing?
Yes, at this level it should be 3 dice. Nope, plus nothing. Cantrips usually don't have plus or charisma.
Yeah.
Great.
Although you do get your elemental affinity if you make it cold.
Yes, it is going to be that. So it's going to be 3d8 plus 5, and if any of these are an 8, they explode.
Not to mention, you rolled a crit, so that means you're adding 24, right? So it's 3d8 plus 29.
Yes, and if any of these are an 8, they explode.
8, they explode, yeah. Okay. This could be crazy right here.
It's not. It's actually, wait. No. I have sorcery points back. I'm going to spend one. Yeah. I will spend one on an empowered spell. So that's only 1 sorcery point, and I get to reroll all of these, which were very disappointing. And if any of these are an 8, they explode.
And you could do an empowered spell after you cast the spell?
Well, it's a reroll, so it has to be a thing that you can do afterwards.
I suppose that only makes
There's
sense.
no way to roll and be
go
like,
ahead and
I'm
reroll.
betting 5 of these are going to be duds. 2 1s and an 8. The 8 explodes.
Okay.
Oh.
So that is
So we're
10
at
right
so
now.
we're at 10
39
plus the
plus
29, so we're at 39 plus
we're at
whatever
39
you roll here.
plus whatever I roll on this die. It's a 1. 40. 40 even.
Okay. 40 even is a tremendous chunk, and it is officially below half of what it started this combat. So it's been below half of its max HP.
Yeah.
From the first fight. You are now below half from how it started this combat.
Great. Then I am going.
What does this look like as it holds you? As it holds you, because I know you're going to do more stuff. Okay, yeah, go on. Resolve the rest.
Well, because the thing I keep forgetting is I have Grofgander's thing, which when I use a meta magic,
You
whatever.
harvested his thing? Jesus.
I harvested his thing, yeah. Anyway.
Don't say it like that.
No, it's like how there's all these euphemisms in mythology where it's like, oh, he was wounded in the thigh, and it's like, yeah, sure, this is his fang. Anywho, he needs to make a charisma saving throw against me. DC 18 because of my innate sorcery.
Charisma save plus 11. He's gonna roll. He hits a 17.
He fails. Then he's going to take 3d6 halved because he's resistant psychic damage and become frightened of me until the start of my next turn. Only 8 psychic damage, which halves to 4. Yeah. So just like after the cold explosion, a tentacle just rips its way out of the ether and just slaps him on the back for a second.
Okay. And he's frightened, which means his attack rolls are going to have disadvantage.
Yes.
Which
I
they
think he
already do,
has 'cause of
thanks
the
to
taunting thing.
Yes. But excellent stuff. Okay. That means he has disadvantage against everyone, including Garou. Until when you say the end of his next turn?
I believe it's
or the start of your
mine.
turn.
Start of my next turn, yes.
So for Garou, it's till the start of your next turn. What was the tentacle? He's afraid of
Start
you
of
until
my
when?
next turn. Start of my next turn.
Okay. Cool. So he's gonna so that'll cancel out Garou stuff for a while. All right.
Yeah. So I think that just looks like again like the sorceress burst is it's not wild magic, but it's not entirely under control. It's sort of untempered magic. It's like probably the first spell Trystine learned. It's the magic she has in its purest form. So it's just like it's a little bit untempered. And then, because I remembered my fucking order of operations this time, I'm going to quicken spell lightning bolt.
Quicken spell, yep. All right.
Let me just make sure I can draw the line without nailing anybody. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's
you can
fine.
easily draw it straight south and have no. Technically, actually, that would be east, but Arborea word.
Now let me.
All right,
check
that's a dex
one
save.
thing.
I'm gonna roll a straight d20 for you here.
Yeah.
He has no bonus to this. He rolls a 14 and will fail.
Okay. Let me just check. I need sorcery. No, hold on. What is
I
it?
imagine the cold, because you're grappled right there. Imagine the Sorcerer's Burst. I'm thinking of the first Iron Man movie when Iron Man gets grabbed by Ironmonger and he's like, flares! And they shoot up and like just like hit him in the face and it's like crazy and smoke and there's all these sparks going off. That it's like that but cold, little bits of frost.
How'd you solve the de-icing problem? I'm trying to remember. There was something I had that meant I could do more than one metamagic thing on a given spell, but I can't find it, and I'm not going to worry about it right now.
One of the metamagics lets you, I know Transmute spell lets you, you can stack. You can't normally stack, but one or two of them lets you stack.
Huh. Doesn't specify that in the description here, but I believe
my
it.
mistake. Maybe they changed it. It was the way it used to be that way.
That is the thing. It's possible that this got updated out. Anyway, so they failed the lightning bolt, which I have cast at a 4th level, so that is going to be 9d6 lightning damage. Let me just roll those real quick. A lot of these dice have been rolling 1s today, which isn't great. All right.
Empowered spell. You can use empowered spell even if you've already used a different metamagic option.
Oh, good. 32.
Does that mean that you can just stack empowered spells?
Well, presumably
you can't use it more than once. But sorry, you said 32?
That's 32 lightning damage.
My God, so it was 40 and 32, right? So that's 72 damage on a single turn.
Yes.
You did. I think you did exactly 1/3 of its hit points.
Like its total hit points in a single
now, of or its from this encounter, the amount it started with. I think you did exactly 1/3 or nearly 1/3 of the damage in a single turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys watch as smoke turning. Sorry, as ice turning to mist as it evaporates in Salira's light, the light of the sun, the heat in this place, and smoke from the lightning bolt intermingle, and the dragon is writhing and reeling in pain.
Very.
Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Oh right, one last slapper with the tentacle, because it doesn't say it's only once per round. It just says when you use an empowered, when you use a metamagic feature on a spell.
Yeah. Okay. So another charisma save.
Another charisma save.
This one will succeed over a 20.
Okay, so it's going to take only half of 3d6 psychic damage, and I don't think it's going to get more frightened of me. No. That is 10, so 5 psychic damage.
Down to 5, down to 2.
Oh wait, down to 2. Yeah. All right, I think that's it.
All right. Never mind. 74 points of damage. Crazy on a single turn. All right. It is extremely badly off, and is probably going to get one more turn. So it is going to. Its tadpole breath has recharged.
Oh boy.
It exhales in a 120-foot line that is 15 foot wide. So that's going to catch Triss and Katya.
Of course, it is going to.
Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh no.
It is a 16, and if that fails, I would love to use my inspiration on that.
16 will fail. You can use the inspiration.
Great. That's going to be 26.
Oh. Damn, okay. 26 succeeds. And Triss?
28.
That'll succeed. Damn, I don't think anyone actually failed and became infested.
I would like
No, that happened last time. Everyone
failed
failed and became infested.
Oh, but you guys did something to reduce
the immune
it, right?
system, because you make con saves still, so everyone's immune system just got that shit out of there.
Yes, the creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns. Yeah. If you ending the effect on itself. Oh, it should have been 3 successes. I think I ran that wrong. That's okay. All right, here we go. So you're each going to take half of this psychic damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that is... Ooh, those double zeros means 10. So it's 10, 20, 30, 39, 48, halved to 24 psychic damage.
Okay.
As you are stormed with tadpoles that bounce off of you. However, neither of you are... neither of you are infected.
I have excellent news. I'm at 69 hit points now.
How much hit points was that?
That was 24 because you succeeded.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, 30, 39, 48, down to 24. Yep. All right. That is its entire turn. It's not going to move anywhere. How mean do I want to be?
How many rounds do you think this is going to have?
Well,
Don't
it's not about the
encourage
rounds.
him.
It knows you guys can't swim. It's going to pull you off to sea here.
Guys.
Kireek comes with you.
Oh, yes. I can't will the carpet to move with me.
Make a strength saving throw to see if you can hold on to it as the dragon rips you away.
Oh, sure. 11. Okay.
The carpet is left fluttering in space, descending towards the water. All right. Kireek, it is your turn.
Carpet. Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
That's what I meant by how mean do I want to be.
Yeah. Cool. 15-foot cone isn't going to hit either Garou or Trys. All right. One more round, you say? I can use all the strain I want, you say?
No.
He does have Death Ward up.
I will flay. Intelligence saving throw. 66 psychic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Intelligence, you say?
Nope, it's cocked.
18?
18 will just make it. I will use overwhelming power, so it has to re-roll with a -4 penalty.
Okay. It has about a 50-50 chance making this normally.
Mm-hmm.
So. It rolled another 10. This time plus only 4. It will fail.
Okay. Sorry, let me accumulate my strain.
Yeah, how much strain are you accumulating from this?
Well, I accumulate strain equal to the power's order, so that's 4 strain, and that's the only strain that I've accumulated this entire combat.
Okay.
Okay, 66. Okay. And I will use my destructive power to make half of that the maximum value, so instead that is 5 6s and a 4, so 34, I believe.
34. Jesus. All right. And you accumulate more strain from doing that?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. It is down within spitting range. Anything else you'd like to do?
I will remind you that my psionic adept means that it doesn't take any...
Yes, I accounted for that.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm within 30 feet, so I'll amplify Garou. You know, if any amount of damage will help.
Yeah. Hey, even if he rolls ones, can't have one. Can't have a one.
You bastard.
Can't have a one.
Yeah.
All right. Will that end your turn?
That.
All right.
Will.
He will attack you with a tentacle legendary action at disadvantage because of Triss's sphere. That's a 16 to hit.
You might just be afraid.
I have a 15. Come on, dude.
9 down to 4. You take
okay.
So 4 psychic, and that brings us to Garou's turn. Garou, I don't know if you roll really well, you might be able to get it. It is pretty winded here, especially from that psychic beam that hit it, which it was not able to resist. Has left its hide kind of worn down and weirdly sparkling prismatically from the weird interaction feedback of the psychic beam gaze and its resistance that was overcome.
Garou stands, puts the shield onto his back, puts 2 hands onto his battle axe. He says, "All right, down to the water we go." And 2 hits. Reckless.
Right. Okay.
Slipping into Vhas a little bit.
A little
right,
bit.
Mike.
G'day, mate.
Just a little bit. I'm missing him. Don't
Down under into the waves where I go.
Vhas and Virla pins available now.
Down to the briny deep we
From
go
the
to
V
die.
boys.
That's a
Wally
28
and
to hit.
4.
20.
Yep, hits.
Okay. That is 7 slashing. 10 psychic.
Okay, so one more hit.
Okay. This will be non-lethal. That's a crit. Let's go.
Oh my!
I was about to say, I think
non-lethal.
the only way you take him down is if you crit right now.
Just a really good elbow drop right in the middle of the brain on his spine.
So this is a D10 plus 5, so base 15 here.
Base 15, and then you roll.
7. 22.
How do you non-lethally take down this dragon with 19 hit points remaining?
Oh boy.
Garou first hit sinks it into the side of its neck, kind of like he's chopping down a tree, and then he pulls it out. And then he turns and he looks at Trystine. He flips it to the butt end of the axe side, raises it above his head, and right on top of its head, as he delivers the final hit.
You hear a crack as its pupils dilate and then close, still breathing alive, but fully knocked unconscious. The massive body drops, releases all of your grapples, and each of you plunges into the water. Pretty warm, actually, surprisingly warm, considering is always baked under the sun. It is much warmer than you'd anticipate a large body of water like this would be. Combat ends. A couple things happen. One, this is a giant dragon. It is buoyant, but it is just floating, being kicked up by the waves. Another thing is happening, which is your carpet goes and settles in the water and is going to be swept away unless someone asks.
I have a solve for the carpet, because Katya has either Far
I have a
Step
solve
or
for the
Misty
dragon.
Step and can poof over to the carpet and teleport to it, basically, and if I could do that.
Okay. Yep, I was going to give you guys till the end of the round to take care of it. Katya, you have more than enough speed and whatever you
I am
teleport
speedy,
over.
and I have 60
and
feet of teleportation.
it is... it's heavy as hell because it's soaking wet now, but you are able to draw it up out of the water.
Don't sink,
you are
don't
good.
sink.
So
and
rules as written.
Triss, yeah.
Dimension door requires that the creature I teleport with may be willing. Does unconscious count?
I would allow it, although the old dimension door stated it had to be your size or smaller.
Yeah.
I'm
Doesn't
going to
say
double check
anything
to make
like
sure
that
it
here.
doesn't have that in the new one.
Just says you can also teleport one willing creature, must be within 5 feet of you when you teleport, teleports to a space within 5 feet of your destination space.
Yeah, absolutely. They've taken that away. You
Great.
grab and teleport off to the shore, I assume?
Yep. Yeah, I'm putting us up kind of in the top left area. There we go.
Okay. And Garou and Kireek, are you two also going to swim off to shore?
Oh yeah, good luck, guys. Sorry,
gonna-
I can only take one other
Katya
person.
will come and pick
I'm
them
so
up when
good.
she gets the carpet. If you
Yeah.
need it to, or at least definitely go and pick up
Oh,
Kireek
yeah,
and then
you-
read the room and also pick up Garou.
It flies a little weird, this soaked in water, but it
Going
is
to hit
all
the
good.
rain
You
out.
fly over and are able to pull them up. Katya, having avoided water so well so far,
Yeah.
you're basically soaked, helping to pull up a feathery and
Just being whipped
furry
up the cloak.
person. Yeah.
Just
Up
bringing
onto
out the
this
side of
soaked
the
carpet.
hat, like scrap.
Garou climbs up onto the wet carpet, and then smelling like wet carpet himself, shakes
no.
No,
all the
no!
water off.
Today is terrible and I hate it.
Kireek will
Laughs and
Right.
chuckles.
Kireek will put his hand on Katya's shoulder in like a good job and thank you kind of gesture.
No problem.
You easily sail your way back to the shore there and come off onto the ground next to the unconscious draconic form and Triss. Hunting
Well,
party,
now
what would you like to do?
Triss is just kind of stroking the dragon's head. But
Do we have to get the dragon back to the Grove of the Unicorn for Mieliki to do Mieliki things?
why wouldn't that surprise me?
Can I make a perception check?
Please, I invite you to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Garu's gonna take a step away. I keep rolling doubles of my numbers.
Weird.
I rolled a double 15 this time around.
Pretty good.
For only total of 18.
Oh.
18? 18 is actually perfect. I'll move the dragon up over for you here. There's a bit of a ledge here before you get down to the actual the shore.
The shore looked a little small to accommodate him.
It is a little small. Garou, you are standing up on this kind of shore. It looks green. It's mostly like mosses and lichens and like little tiny herbaceous grasses and stuff like that. It's nothing crazy that's growing on this rock surface here. You kind of cast around and you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up a little bit. Sort of a little bit of like danger sense creeping in here. And you cast around, you hop down onto the beach shore here, this worn rock. Feel the wet rock beneath your feet, little tiny puddles that never quite go away splashing as you creep down and you turn and you peer up where this stream, this little trickle of water is coming out. And you see two shapes approaching.
Fuck.
One is kind of hulking and lumbering. The other that's in front of it, the silhouette that gives off a faint, fiery glow, hovers off the ground. You watch as a mind flayer, but none like you've ever seen. Reddish with its sort of internal glow, and where its tentacles are, much of that mouth area has been replaced by beetle-like jaws. What do you call it? Pincers? Mandibles, thank you. Mandibles. Its eyes turned into faceted insect eyes. Approaches. Behind it, you see a large, four-armed, sleek-bodied, kind of almost like reptilian skin, faceless creature, just a large brain sitting on top, four arms connected in this body that is lumbering obediently behind it. You see that it steps into the sun, the light dancing, or floats into the sun, the light kind of dancing off those faceted eyes, and appraises each one of you. Kireek, you turn and you see Vivisector Uzveldjoth with the hulking brain that you and Ral encountered so many weeks ago now. It looks up at each of you, lingers a little bit on Kireek, and then settling down onto the ground, its bare octopus-like feet coming to rest. You hear in each of your minds, "Stay your hands. I come with protection." Moves to indicate the hulking brain. "But merely as insurance. No, I am here to invite you in. Your psionic presence was detected on our shores, and Vasilics would like to speak with you."
More freaks. I don't think you brought enough protection.
That may very well be. The offer stands regardless.
And you are?
I am the Vivisector Uzveldjoth.
Garu's gonna sort of turn to Kireek and Katya.
Vivisector.
Kireek is frozen in fear.
Triss is pissed as fuck. I think she's hopping down.
My insight's not that great. But Garu knows fear when he sees it. So I'm gonna says, And why should we indulge your invitation to what could very much be a trap?
It is not my invitation, but Vasilics's. If you do not wish to accept, that is your decision. But you have chased many of his workings for some time. He was under the assumption you would be curious to know more, just as he is curious to hear of you.
How fortunate of the source of our misadventures invites us in. What say
Yes.
you?
Well, it certainly spares us quite a bit of trouble.
Yes, it does indeed. Trystine, do you need a moment with your brethren, or should we proceed?
Mayaliki gave me her word. I assume that means something.
Garou looks over at the body, sighs for a moment, says, and he looks up and out across the water and says, let's see if this god is indeed as useful as she portends herself to be. As for you two, and he turns to Katya and Kireek.
Katya will kind of walk next to Kireek and like put a hand on his shoulder, just sort of try and jostle him from the fear response if at all possible. I hope.
Do you say something, or
Just kind of nudges Kireek.
oh, I see. Kireek, kind of like lower level brain functioning, has been paying attention to the conversation. With a very shaky nod, he assents.
Oh.
We'll follow.
Very well. Please, sir.
Motions with a hand and begins to levitate again, heading up the tunnel that you see. The hulking brain follows. Do you four follow as well?
Trystine's following.
Garou's following.
Katya will wait for Kireek to move and then follow Kireek.
You guys might want to bring the carpet.
Kireek will wait until everyone else goes and then follow behind.
I assume that you guys take the carpet with you, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Following the vivisector into this tunnel.
Oh,
you walk. Yes.
One thing actually. Before Garou goes to follow, he
One
will
thing, 18 to hit.
No, would be fun. He's gonna cast Intellect Fortress on himself, and I think I can hit one other person here. I will hit Trystine, with Intellect Fortress.
Sick. What does that
Okay,
do again?
what does Intellect Fortress do?
You or one willing creature, it's at 4th level, so it's gonna be me and a willing creature within range, has resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Cool.
This lasts concentration up to an hour.
Radical. Okay.
Great.
You follow the tunnel. You walk maybe 100 yards or so, following this little runway of water, until you get to a vertical column, just a shaft that goes straight up. You see that the water is running down the walls here, and the vivisector reaches out, twists flicks a hand, itself levitates, and it is going to telekinetically raise the hulking brain as well. They begin to rise like they are in an elevator. The four of you will take the carpet, I assume?
Yeah, let's do that.
Mm-hmm. I think Kireek has to be kind of like reminded to like hop on the carpet.
Yeah.
Stand.
Kind of being
Katya will kind
guided.
of mostly be hanging out by Kireek's side, being like, "Hey, buddy, come on, we got to keep this moving. I know this seems bad, but yeah, that's probably gonna be fine. No, it's totally gonna be super, super cool. Totally not a terrible day at all."
Garou's gonna mutter to himself, normally there's like a secret cave or secret tunnel behind these waterfalls.
You all hop on the carpet and begin to rise up. Through the hollowed stone, up, and finally, proceeding behind the vivisector, enter into a cavernous space. The sound in here echoes strangely, whatever small light illuminates the room reflecting up from the water below. Or onto from the water below. From overhead, small drops trickle down, landing into the pool, or onto one of the massive stalagmites, blunted over time by this eroding force, making the rock surfaces slick and slippery. Moving forward, you look down and see that the water here gives off a sickly greenish hue, far from natural, and that the light bouncing off of it comes from a singular source, towards the center of this space, a mass of metal and vein and glass. Kireek, you recognize an enucleator when you see one, even with its modifications, and you spy a shadowy shape suspended within its tank. And hovering next to the enucleator, casting a round shadow onto the room, you see Vasilics. Rotating, his many eyes come into view, glinting in the low light. And then the corner of his wide, toothy smile, his enormous central eye. Red like exposed muscle, the beholder's pupils turn to pinpricks, and his lipless smile reveals his rows of serrated teeth. You approach, he looks at you and says, so nice to finally see you. Please, come, and have seat. And I think that is where we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Fucking knew it was gonna be a goddamn beholder.
Okay.
Well, of course we knew it was going to be a goddamn beholder.
Talk about these eyes.
And to be a beholder, baby.
My question is, does
All
anybody else in this party know what a beholder is?
Nope.
Trystine's from like normal D&D land. She's probably not fought one, but she knows what they are.
I'm just excited to fight something that can counterspell.
No
at
idea what
last.
he's walking into.
All right, we're going to see back here in a minute. Catch you then.
Adios.
Rolling with difficulty.
Is your plug looking a little lonely? Never fear, 2 more Per Aspera crew members are coming to enamel pins near you. Now available on the Rolling with Difficulty crowd-made storefront are our Vhas and Virla pins. These beautiful pins feature artwork by our very own Wally, bringing Mistra Specialist Boy and our favorite Gith to solid, pokeable life. Unlike our previous pin sales, these boys are available right now. Just click and they'll ship. Supplies are limited, so get them while they last. Bring home both of the V team for a 10% discount on your pin order. So, what are you waiting for? Head on over to crowdmade.com/rollingwithdifficulty and pick up your Vhas and Virla pins today.
Twice Rolled Tales is a New York City-based TTRPG studio creating on-screen actual plays that pack a big punch. They feature a rotating cast of some of the best TTRPG performers in the city, and completely original genres and system mashups. If their prop work isn't enough to inspire your home games, then check out their published adventures. Their most recent titles include Tabletop Gone Mad and Burning Down the Goat, one-shot games great for hours of madcap fun. You can find Twice Rolled Tales on YouTube, or direct from their website, twicerolledtales.com.
Hey, Sophia here with a quick mid-roll reminder about our upcoming post-season Q&A. I hope you've been enjoying this first season of Hunting Party, and we'll get you right back to your finale shortly once I give you the reminder that on September 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be jumping on over to the Rolling with Difficulty YouTube channel for our annual post-season campaign, answering questions from our email, rollwithdifficulty@gmail.com, and from the YouTube livestream chat about what's been going on in the campaign, how our characters are doing, and quite often just shoehorning as many jokes in as possible in the hour. So if you're interested in that, mark your calendars, September 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if you can't join us live, feel free to email those questions in ahead of time and catch the audio recording afterwards as well as the VOD. Got all that? Great. Back to your regularly scheduled season finale.
Rolling with difficulty. And welcome back. When last we left our heroes, you've been invited into the lair of the Evo track. Thank you for reminding me. The Evo track, Vasilics. My mistake on mispronunciations thus far. Vasilics. The beholder who has been behind the many strange mutants and mutates that you've come across in the Beastlands, has invited you in to seemingly have a discussion. And as you come forward on the carpet, you see that he is a couple eyes on the enucleator that's right there next to him, keeping an eye on what's going on. The others affixed to you with great interest. He smiles, his teeth like shark's teeth. And he says, "Tell me, how has it been going?"
Oh, I was prepared for a lot of things. I wasn't prepared for that question.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the players, perhaps meta-knowledge, had guessed that a beholder could be behind this. But the rest of you, this is probably your first time seeing a one, potentially even having encountered one, or having heard of one, excuse me. And though I think it's apparent to all of you this is an aberration, seeing this and then hearing him say, "How has it been going? How does each of your characters feel being in this situation?"
Garou speaks up and he says, "What exactly are you? I'm sorry. We after this is the mastermind behind these disgusting creatures that have been crawling upon my Beastlands. This thing with all these eyes.
Triss is gonna speak.
My mind is indeed masterful. I am the evil track, Vasilics.
Ah, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have these out here, would you? This thing is a beholder, as I understand it, solitary and quite egotistical, if the stories are true.
All of it earned, I assure you.
Well, you've picked quite an unusual spot to shut up shop. I understand normally your kind haunt wizard towers, traditional dungeons. This plane of existence is rather unusual for either of us.
Not from here. Oh yes, I see it in your eyes. More questions to ask you, but before I ask them, yes, I confess it is strange, and this place is not one I would normally have picked, but needs must. I've required space to do my tinkering, my experimentation. Yes, this is indeed a strange place, but it is so full of possibility and wonder. Do you not agree? And then his eyes come and focus on Triss as he says that question.
Well, it certainly seems beautiful in its way, although that's been rather marred of late.
Marred? I take your meaning you do not find beauty in what I make.
I have more questions than answers, I must confess. I never took your kind to parley
I do not
with
blame you. Your
flayers.
mind is quite small.
Wonderful.
Parley, no. You see that he looks at the vivisector, and he says, "No, this one was nearly dead when I found it. So I drove a spike through its brain, and now it does as I command." A few extra modifications, just to sate my curiosity. And you see the improved Velthjoth in front of you.
It's an interesting trick.
I'm told that you have some I have many. I'm told that you have some history. Turns to Kireek. With the vivisector. That is, primitive experimentations were performed upon you. Tell me, do you find him an improvement in this state?
How much does he suffer?
He rebels against his commands at every opportunity. But he cannot. Yes, I would say that he suffers.
then. These experimentations are well planned.
I'm glad that someone feels the same way. Of course, you're biased. A shame that what was done to you was so primitive and brutal. If you would care to stick around, I could see if we could make improvements upon you. Something a little bit more interesting.
I don't think we'll be sticking around for long. I'm not one for talk.
She is clearly not of this world. And the bird thing, special in his own way. You, though, you are very close to this plane of existence, no? It holds a special place in your, what's the word? Heart.
Definitely still has a heart. I've seen the charts in the 3.5.
Tell me, how do you feel seeing my creations frolic across your lands?
Beastlands are indeed my home, and you've littered them with these abominations that you've created. You say your work is masterful, and yet, have you not seen the wonders of the great rocks that fly across the sky? Have you not seen the great and terrible beasts on the Forbidden Plateau? Nay, even the trees are more marvelous than any of these bastardizations you've created here in this lab.
I understand. You see wonder in the mundane. I suppose this is perhaps a trait worthy of a mammal such as yourself, but my vision, my scope, is just a little bit broader than yours. No, I do not fault you for not seeing the greatness in what I do. But what you find interesting is just so boring. It has been done many times. Cycle over and over. Creatures, what's the word? Born, then die. Again. They eat and hunt. No. This is something that I've been working on. These things that I add there are much more unique. Nothing else like them exists. And when they are placed back into the system, they have most unusual responses. I have been told them by my servant. But I would like to hear more first-hand accounts. Tell me, what was it like being surrounded by the wasps? Were they beautiful? Were their stingers painful?
They were quick and fairly simple prey to hunt down. You say your work is masterful? If they were, they'd still be alive. They would have been a challenge to hunt, and they were not.
I disagree with your conclusion, but I do confess the wasps were not directly my work. I was trying to amend the beast from the plateau that you spoke of, these great reptiles. It failed, but the parasites already infested it had some interesting side effects.
Yes, I can't help but notice you seem to have quite a surplus of elder brains to use in your experimentation. You wouldn't happen to know where you're getting those, would you?
Oh, well, I get no more. Originally, I found some among the wrecks of the nautiloids that had crashed here, collected by our vivisector friend. Then I had to send my serpent off in search of them. I gave it many special abilities that it might traverse and find where they had been left off, and it returned to me, mostly only pieces, but enough to make my many creations. I am sadly out after the serpent's death. At your hands, I am told. What was it like to be inside of it? I am sure it was dark, but the acid, did it burn or did it sting?
It was unremarkable. Belly of a beast. One I've been in many times.
You see his patience is growing a little bit thin at you, Garou, with the he turns and he snaps and says, "Unremarkable. Tell me the last time you witnessed a creature of such size that was able to change planes at will."
The
None that I know.
nautiloid that you harvest. Your experimentations.
Mundane. Done before.
Very Rocky Horror.
Tight as fuck, dude. It's rad.
I apologize. What was the first part of what you said, Noir?
Mundane.
The thing you said before you imitated Vasilics.
The nautiloid, as an answer to Vasilic's question, your experimentations. Mundane. Done before.
Oh. He recognizes your meaning. Yes, I can see how they would appear similar to one such as yourself. But, well, in all honesty, I'd hoped that your closeness to the situation might provide a little more insight into it. No, what I do is far more nuanced than just creating weapons. I'm adding to an ecosystem. I'm witnessing an experiment on a scale as grand as... what's the word? Life itself.
And tell me, how far has your experimentations gone? It seems that we've all but wiped out the ones here on Kragala. Light work for the likes of my compatriots here. I have known to see some of them down all the way in the deepest layer. Perhaps you've unleashed some in Brux?
No, my experiments are left to this plane. It would be difficult for me to keep my eyes upon all three of them. There is plenty here to work with, though perhaps I will row aboard one day. You say that you have killed them all. Yes, it would so seem. Or at least, most of them. Those you have found. But that is part of the experiment. If I had thought they would all live, that would have been quite boring indeed. Did you know, and I did not know this, what are the small ones that jump? You hear, the vivisector Usfeljaw says,
They call them rabbits.
Yes, rabbits will have many babies in their life, but only expect 2 to live to adulthood. It is such for myself as well. I expect most of my children to die in the process, but that is a risk I am willing to take.
Your risks have yielded nothing, then.
They have given me interesting observations, and they have brought me you to regale me. But before we continue, because I truly would like to know more of the details of those you encountered out in the wild, you seem very hostile to me. I must ask, when it comes to the purity of this plane, why do you care? It seems a silly thing to be wasting one's time with.
For someone who carries themselves as someone with superior intellect, a home is something valuable to each individual, no matter how small or great or dumb or smart. If you cannot even see that, then whatever experimentations you wish to put on this plane, whatever success you're hoping to achieve, will fall to nothing, will fall to insignificance. And I cannot, for the life of me, remember half of the things we've killed that you've created. And I'm sure there are more out there, and I would like to seek them out, and luckily now I'll be able to recognize them by the sloppy handiwork that you've produced. I see no reason to continue this conversation.
I'm curious, mammal. Is your head as full of fur as your body is covered in it?
No, it's full of flies. And I'm going to activate my cloak of flies as it starts.
We're all sitting next to you. We're all sitting next to you.
I am slowly moving closer and closer to this beholder, sizing him up.
Any of you could be, you guys flew in on the carpet, but any of you could be standing on the stone if you like. He hasn't taken any movements as overt combat yet. So if you'd like, you can place yourselves on the map. You say he's covered in flies. He leans his head down and casts a big shadow on you, and he says, is that a promise? Let me see. I would love to unravel you. Merely step into my chambers. And he kind of turns his head towards the enucleator.
Oh.
I don't think I will. Unless somebody has anything else to say, I'm about to hit this guy.
Kireek's actually on board with Garou's plan to just piss off the beholder. Like, I'm not giving you the satisfaction of telling you how good your shit was.
No,
I mean, yeah, like
to
Triss
fight
is also
and,
gonna do
and
that,
kill
but...
the beholder in this encounter, or are we assuming that we're gonna enter combat and then make an escape for it? Just to above table
are we
ask that.
metagaming or are we?
I mean, if you guys are gonna do something, you're gonna do something. But like, Katya is not thinking that we can fight this guy and win.
Yeah. No, look, I mean.
Yeah.
By the numbers, I can't win this fight. I have 3 total spell slots left. In character, Triss is going to try as hard as she possibly can to kill this guy. I can't talk her out of it, fellas. I'm sorry. But
having seen Kireek's reaction to the vivisector, Triss's whole dragon business a minute ago, and not really caring too much about what Garou thinks or feels, Katya will finally speak up and be like, you ask a lot of questions. I'm something of a professional at answering those. Perhaps before this devolves, we could chat.
Oh, you speak. I thought perhaps you were some sort of trained ape.
Just observant. What do you want to know?
What do I want to know? I want to know how it is going out there. I want to know what sort of disturbances my creations have wrought. I want to know how it's all going to turn out. Is that not what you wish to know?
Katya, let me have this one.
It's a strange choice to shut yourself up in here and declare yourself king of the entire realm, I must say. I was always under the impression that beholders like to put on a show.
The show. You have not found it entertaining the many things you've come across. You insult me. I am not king. I do not wish to rule. I merely wish to play my part in making these places, these lands more interesting, more dynamic.
A born story.
It is a very narrow mind that thinks that power is the only thing that I may crave.
And yet it seems power over these creatures is the only thing that brings you any joy.
Their power over the world. This perfect little petri dish, which I can lay my corruptions upon and see how they inflict their pain.
It's certainly a varied canvas. It seems to me we are at a bit of an impasse. I don't know if you've noticed, but... And Katya will gesture to the group. We're unfortunately a bit of the heroic type, and what you are doing is not necessarily good for the people of this plane. Now, I don't think that means we need to meet our ends in this exact moment. But perhaps there is a way for us to walk out of here, you to continue your work, and us to put a pin in the slaying on both sides.
Can I do an insight check on Katya right
now?
now?
Did you believe I meant to... Did you believe I meant... I would love for you to. He responds, oh, did you believe I meant to kill you? If I meant to kill you, I would have merely had my puppets do it. No. No, you are clearly very powerful, but that is what I find so interesting. You are not apart from this world. You are a part of this world. Your reactions to the going on are part of the experiment. You say that you are the heroic type. You would not be very good heroes without a villain, now would you? You do not have to bargain to be let free by me. I am excited to let you go back so long as I can continue to observe how you interact with the creations that I let free. Yes, Red, you rolled a check on
Yeah, I rolled
Katya?
a 22 insight. I want to know if Katya is actually okay with not killing this thing.
Katya's, I think the expression on her face is trying to mask the we're in and over our heads fear. I think it's less that she thinks this thing doesn't deserve to be, heroically defeated, and more she doesn't think that we can all survive this encounter and escape. So it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I guess my proposition is a bit more interesting then. I was going to say, put us back out into the ecosystem. Let us test a few more of your experimentations, see if we can't find the flaws, gather more data. But it seems that that's already what they're interested in. You mentioned before you wanted the answer to only one question. What if I could offer you that?
You think that with your small... I apologize, I suppose I will call it a brain for simplicity, that you will be able to give me the answer to how it all turns out.
Oh, it is
The calculations are far too nuanced for you to be able to compute. He gets in really close, and you can see your reflection in the sheen from his pupil, as he's like 6 inches from you. He says, I have considered them at length, and it is impossible for even me, the evil track, to see where they end up.
You mistake me for making my own calculations. I, and Katya will start to, as dramatically as possible, shuffle the deck of cards. Am merely a vessel for what fate has in mind, what the planescape's great forces have ordained. Would you like to pick a card?
First off, make a performance check on the deck.
Yeah.
Would you like to pick a card? Goes hard as fuck, and I'm sorry I spoke over that.
That's a 21 on the performance check.
Yes.
I'm fucking Gambit over here.
Make a persuasion check at advantage because of the perfect performance check.
It's a dirty 20.
Nice.
You watch as a thick blob of drool comes out of the corner of his mouth. He's literally salivating and like white and foamy, and hits the stone next to your foot. You've got his attention.
It's very simple. You ask your question, you pick your card, and I will tell you what fate has in store. And in exchange, you will let myself and my companions and the dragon outside leave this place unharmed to continue this encounter another day.
You see that yourself, your companions, the dragon, his pupil slits, but he's still he's interested. He says, very well. Let us see if your answer can satisfy. All right, this is going to be more than just the check. This is more than just Katya. This is going to be Sophia's interpretation to see if the combination of luck from the cards and your reading of them can satisfy.
This is fascinating.
Please roll a D20 and a D4 and tell me what you get on each, Austin. Oh, he has to ask a question also.
All right, here we go.
Yes, he has to ask a question.
He asks. My work here in this world. How will it all turn out? He wants to know the end. I made at the beginning of this episode, I made a reference to evolution. It has no end destination. Mm-hmm. He wants to know on a macro scale if that is the case. So
it's just gonna be a crab. It's just gonna be a crab.
On the D20, a natural 1.
Huh.
On the D4, a 2.
Awesome. What alignment is this beholder?
Huh.
Great question. Give me a moment. Typically,
I only need to know
holders are
good,
lawful,
evil, or neutral.
evil.
I don't need to know chaotic or lawful.
Evil.
You wish to know how it ends? And Katya will flip over the Great Wheel as a wail echoes out in the chamber as an evil aligned creature has pulled this card. The planescape is full of many great forces. Many who pull on its threads and seek to find the edges of what it can do and what can be done to it. Some of these actions create great forces. The weave that spreads around us, the different elements that burn and power their own magics. And some force their followers into the greatest depths that they can plunge. Your path, I sense, is one of complication, of pushing at the forces, the edges of this wheel. And I would caution that it trends towards evil. It aligns with things that would malign the planescape, and the planescape has a way of flattening beneath it anything that would push it too far. You will certainly make your attempt, but it is a difficult path to avoid that ever-rolling wheel.
Sophia, and I say Sophia, not Katya. No roll necessary. You see he doesn't really have lips, but the skin that would cover his teeth twitches with a little bit of frustration and maybe a challenge accepted. He goes, "Be gone from my chambers here." He floats back up away from, he's had his head incredibly close to the cards as you are flipping through them, and he turns to the vivisector and he says, "Go forth. We have much work to do. More supplies are needed. More specimens. We continue immediately. I will not be flattened." And he turns and ignores all of you. As he floats over, and you see there are, he has, bowls and stuff that have weird gelatinous goos kind of, growing and undulating in them. Some of them look like mold. Some of them look like mucus with, little tiny eyeballs in them, things like that. And he begins to fuss over, using his telekinetic eye to shift and move things around as he gets back to work. Hunting party. You have sort of dissolved the tension from this encounter. What would you like to do?
I understand that people want to stay and fight, and I will not force you to leave with me, but I and Katya will turn to Kireek, and I assume Kireek are leaving. There is a creature outside who needs our attention. And this is not a fight we can win out of hand.
Then outside. All of you, now.
All of you?
Yeah, the hunting party. And he motions to Kireek to get the carpet out.
I will not let you have your day without my own say. If I retreat, you retreat. If you proceed, I will proceed.
But Kireek will get the carpet out.
Garou climbs upon the carpet.
Trystine's looking at that enucleator.
Just, you look at the enucleator, peer inside, and you see that the shape that was floating in there, you see Ser, who, if you might recall, is the owl bat dragon. that got away. You see him. He is still alive because his eyeballs turn and lock eyes with you. But he is currently disassembled. His nervous system, circulatory system, skeletal system, muscular system are all pulled apart into different pieces, and he is floating suspended in the gelatin.
Okay, I'm not gonna make this an executive decision without the party weighing in. I do still have a 6th level spell slot. Do we want me to disintegrate the enucleator and then just get the fuck out of here as fast as we can?
Can we move the dragon that's outside fast enough to actually get off of this island? Because that's my only... I don't want to just like unilaterally make the decision if we're not doing this, if we're not rocking the boat. If people want to rock the boat, go for it. I'll roll with the punches. But we do have an obstacle outside that makes it difficult for us to just flee.
Garou on the carpet turns, looks at Katya, and then over at Trystine. My understanding is that the wizard here wants to take care of things one thing at a time. We have your brethren to recover, and now we know this place. I will be back.
There is always the next day, when we have more power, when we are
You all have more power. Now climb aboard and let us leave.
All right, you all climb aboard. Does anyone take any actions before you leave the lair?
Katya is just trying to drink in every possible visual detail of the lair to make future divination magic as easy as possible.
I'd say that you are well familiar with it if you decide that you would like to, for example, scry.
Garou, is there something Garou can take on his way out? I'd like to make a sleight of
excellent question.
hand
So
check here.
I'll go over. Currently, Vasilics is over here, and these guys have moved in towards the enucleator as you go. So you are, if you just want a loose stone, no problem whatsoever. Otherwise, you can look around at what's around.
Inorganic, something organic, more closely tied to this place that he can probably get within arm's reach.
Well, the enucleator has a lot of organic parts. If you'd like to try to make a sleight of hand for taking a piece off the enucleator, you could go for that.
I'm down for that because if you fuck that up, I'll feel better about hitting it with a disintegrate. So I'm on board with this.
Yeah, sleight of hand check. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my last talisman D4 on this.
Okay. I am not having you roll against Vasilics. I'm having you roll against the Hulking Brain is stupid. We're going against Vivisector Usfeldjoth's passive perception here as he's kind of watching you guys go.
Cool. It's 16.
Passive perception 15. You rolled one high enough.
Okay.
You pull off a little chitinous. It's almost like one of the slipper snail, or like a are they just called chitins? They're flat-shelled creatures with flesh on the bottom, and they adhere to surfaces.
Barnacles?
Fossils of them. Not barnacles. They're barnacle-like. I'm thinking like slipper snails. They have this curved shell, and then their stomach adheres to a surface. You peel a piece off there that you thought was like kind of like a button, but it squelches off, and yeah, you have this little mollusk in your hand, and you just pocket it. All right. With that, the carpet rises, and you fly out over the kind of glowing, polluted water here. By the way, first off, I don't think I really described this because we got right into the roleplay, but the enucleator has runoff. It is like expelling liquid that you can kind of see at the back there is running down into the water that's pooling here. You can see it's like there's like spills too. The enucleator is not like working perfectly. It's been, Kireek would recognize this too. It's been like modified and like repieced together. So there's like bits oozing out all over the stone. You can kind of see those there on the map. There is more running down, just falling into the water, and like a very faint light continuous waterfall. And as you get onto the carpet to fly off, Katya, you also notice that there's a little bit of splashing in the bottom. You'll see that there are a bunch of discarded animal carcasses where pieces have been taken. Feeding on them, you notice some familiar writhing shapes, the eels that you encountered in your very first adventure. So, yeah, there is something going on with this water, and the eels are in it as well. And with that, you fly out on the carpet, descend, and make your way back out into the now strangely discordant sun. Like, it's bizarre to have gone into this dark place, this almost cool place, this alien place with all of these bizarre things, and now you're back out in beautiful, verdant, perfect, picturesque landscape, just like you were not 20 minutes ago, but the entire tone has changed. There's a strange underlying discomfort even as you enter back out into the world. The dragon still
Kireek,
lays unconscious on the shore.
Like the moment we exit the lair, Kireek will like let out these horrible discordant noises of like saws whirring and the sound of sawing bone.
Yeesh.
As it's the closest approximate to a scream he can manage.
Yikes.
And then he'll turn to Garou. When you have more power, he'll spit.
Need I remind you that you fell to the
wasps?
If you think that you can deal with this aberration now, you are no hunter. You are a fool.
I was told that we do these things together now. I can deal with that. What was it? Beholder. The thing with many eyes. Myself. In due time, sure. But this one, he'll turn to Katya, lacks faith in our ability to deal with these threats. I will not have, if we are to do this together, I will not have anyone doubt our abilities to do so. Otherwise, it will not just be me falling to wasps, but all of us falling to that hideous abomination. I do not wish to retreat. If it was up to me, I would spill their whatever they have for blood.
It's blood, and if it were up to you, you would have died. If it were up to you, you would have died. If it were up to any of you, you would have simply died. You don't understand what that thing is capable of. I wouldn't want to fight one by myself on a good day. It's possible to kill one. I've heard stories. Parties of adventurers far more experienced than I, groups of 4 or 5, well prepared, knowing what they're facing. We wouldn't win today. But when we do win, Garou, it is not going to be because you are a mighty hunter.
I've been in these lands far too long. Faced much worse.
You
Maybe
faced
not
uglier,
these
perhaps.
Aberrations.
As I understand it, beholders and others of their kin are not from this realm or any other known. They come from somewhere very far away, and their rules that they operate under are very different. They hide in the dark crevices under the ground of my home, creeping in from who knows where, clearly not here. I don't know what one is doing this far out here, I don't know what he hopes to accomplish. But they are solitary, they are egotistical, and I have no doubt that this one is invested in our feedback on his great work. And
then why inspire him to do more? Huh? Why inspire that curse upon the Beastlands to do more than what he has already done?
Because now someone will live to warn the Beastlands that he is here. Whether or not you could have survived the encounter, if we fell in there, now, he gets that dragon back, he gets all 4 of us to experiment on, and no one else in the Beastlands knows what's happening. Sure, we could have rolled the dice. But personally, I didn't like our odds. And I'm sorry that I did not let you charge headlong into certain doom. You may not know this, Garou, but beholders are somewhat known for their magical abilities, a thing I know from experience you're not fond of. You want to charge alone? Be my guest. But I'm taking one small battle at a time. I'm getting information, and hopefully, is a team when we come back. And we will come back. We take him down for good. And in the meantime, we continue to stop his operations wherever we find them. And not for nothing.
Why not come back when we're within a day, within a long rest? One rest is all it needs, and we can burn it all down. Why draw this out for days? Why continue to frolic about the Beastlands, knowing that that creature continues to pollute it with and kidnap and maim and distort all the beauty that is out here? Look around. I know you're not from here, and I know you're not from here, but this is and Garou, this is all I have left. Nothing else.
There's no need to draw this out.
You have your dragon now. You can take him to my Leaky. You have family once again, and you can go home. I see.
I wouldn't be so sure. My Aleki said we needed to defeat the thing that was behind this, and we have thus far failed to do that. In my experience, those with power don't tend to be lenient in the terms of their bargain. Don't think this was an easy decision for me, Garou. I wouldn't have done this if it were only me. I've learned from hard experience that a fight I walk away from is not a fight many others can. And that's not pride. I understand this might be confusing for you, because so much of you is pride. This is experience.
So much of me is loss. You think I am prideful in my might and my survival out here?
I think that you think you win your fights better when your enemies fear you. And I understand why. But those who are powerful don't have to strike bargains, Garou. I'm sorry.
And what does that make us? Not strong enough yet. We struck a bargain. If I can and will continue to get stronger with or without you. I can solve this problem with her. You think you're the only ones who know. Oh, I came from the depths of this plane where the corruption has seeped. You know nothing of the goings on in Brux and Kersutra, where creatures and gods of all sorts will be affected by its machinations. Look, you want to prance around here, acting like heroes, saving the day at your own pace. But I come from a place where centuries of people with power continue to enslave, contort, bargain their ways to power, and over time people just suffer. Do you know what I did? Do you know what I lost? I left for the Beastlands when a creature no longer mortal, and by the name of Noir, came to my encampment, sought to take away my family, bind them to servitude, because they could not sustain themselves out in the deserts any longer. And I did not have the strength to save them. So, I killed each and every single one of them. One by one, I hacked away, piece by piece, limb by limb, man, woman, children, old. Because I thought that what that creature is going to do to these creatures would be far worse than death. So you can sit here and you can take your time saving whatever creatures you come about. When you're ready, I do not think I have the strength nor patience to do so. I'm envious that you have your brother now.
Okay.
I'm envious that you can take your time. I am envious that you can continue to carry your pain, whatever it may be. I am tired. I am old. And I am impatient.
All right. If we're discussing patience, I have been more than fair. How much do you think I've had to shackle myself to all of your needs? I've been waiting this entire time. My family was at the heart of this. My family! Why would anyone else care? You've never even seen a dragon before, and I understand what you've lost. But I fear that may have dulled the sting somewhat of what you think I've just lost. I came here. I knew I didn't know my way around this place. I knew I needed help. That's rare for me. I did my best, and you're all so slow. And you're all grounded, and you sleep for so long. And I had to wait. I had to wait every hour, knowing that I was running out of time. And you all insisted we do this as a group, and because of that, this is what happened. I trusted you. I trusted you all to help me, and it didn't work. And the concession I am making today is not because I want to gallivant around playing hero. It's because thanks to you, I already lost.
Look down on the ground there. That is your brother, is it not? Not in its shining glory, that is the being that is a dragon, but alive.
And I thank you.
I couldn't save my family, but I thought at least I could save yours. I did my best, and I'm sorry.
Yes, you did. I'm sorry. That was unfair of me. All of you did your best.
The bloodied mask of Malar raises a point. What is stopping us from returning the next day? We take this time to revive that which has been slain, incapacitated, and return tomorrow when our resources are not depleted.
I certainly hope that works.
I don't think it matters anymore. I'm sorry. I have been nothing but terrible to all of you. I have been stubborn. I have been loud. I have been crass. I have been rude. I have forgotten what it's like to be around people. I had fancied myself a beast, a murderer, nothing more for far too long. We kill this beholder, and then I will go home.
One problem at a time.
Until then, do what you must. And Garou's gonna find a little corner of this carpet if we're still on it, or if we're down on the beach.
Yes, right. There's a dragon on the beach, and then we have to get the dragon across.
Triss is going. Yeah.
If you need help moving the dragon,
if we can get it across to Heartreach, I think I have a way we can get it to the grove from there. But it's crossing the water that presents the issue.
Yes.
I guess we could.
We're on the shore, are we not?
I thought we were on the shore of the island.
We're in the island in the middle, aren't we?
You're on the island, yeah.
Yeah. My question is, can my summoned dragon carry a dragon of approximately its own size?
Yes, I will say that your summoned dragon will be able to, at half speed, carry the unconscious dragon. So
cool. It's got a fly speed of 60. I can hold concentration for an hour. I have a spell slot for it.
Plenty of time.
And once we reach the shore, too, Katya will put the fingers to the corner of her mouth and whistle, hoping to summon giant elk of some kind that could potentially work to help ferry any creatures.
That's a wild thing to pull out that none of us actually believed that you had.
I don't make shit up.
100%. You summon the dragon with some difficulty, get it out over the waves, and then land in, the domain of the Elk Lord. Let out a sharp whistle. There's a few minutes, and then you hear... the enormous Irish elk that, I guess it wouldn't be an Irish elk because there's no Ireland here, but that's the kind of species that it is. The gigantic elk that has been hanging around the Grove of the Unicorn, that is kind of sworn to your service, Katya, comes through and gives a little bow to you, and then says, "My lord said you summon.
Yes.
What needs do you have?"
If possible, this, a family member of ours needs transportation, and I'll kind of gesture to the dragon. I was hoping perhaps you could help us with the carrying of it. We're, unfortunately, rather small.
Yes, though I do not believe I can take any of the rest of you with it.
We will transport ourselves if you can just help our friend.
Very well.
Thank you.
Scoops up on the huge antlers. It is also size class huge, so gets onto antlers and then back, the kind of wings dragging off on the side, but it has a tremendous strength, and even though it kind of looks awkwardly placed, the rib cage is kind of supported between the antlers, so the head, kind of the neck and head kind of hang onto the back, the tail off the side, and the wings dragging on the ground, stirring up the leaves as you go. It carries it all the way back, and the four of you can walk, if you choose, following it through the forest here. You see, as you walk, all kinds of deer, and on one occasion, a mother and baby moose come and poke through the underbrush and look at you go. The Elk Lord is the lord of literally elk, but many cervids, the kind of deer umbrella, fall under his domain. And this forest that is full of them comes and watches with curiosity as you travel. You make your way through, eventually coming to the Grove of the Unicorn. You can see on the far side where the line of ants converting the trees into the upside down trees has been stopped, this frozen battlefront. And the elk with you four in tow, emerges into the Grove of the Unicorn. You see that as you walk in and the rest of the sound of the forest dies down, the heat of the sun dies down underneath these willow trees, that sitting no longer in her brown leathers, but instead in a very simple, still brown, but like dress, standing in the pool up to her waist, you see Myaliki. Come. Bring it here.
Direct to where it goes. I can technically vortex
see...
warp it, but yeah.
No, the elk is more than capable. Brings and gently as possible with a huge sized creature, places it into the water.
Push.
It settles down beneath the surface. The pool is not that deep, and you see that Myaliki goes over and places her hand upon its head, and then the other upon its neck. Closes her eyes, then kind of whispers something under her breath, and then looks up at you, Triss, and says, "A promise made and a promise kept." She moves her hand over. Water kind of comes up and forms like a thin little membranous skin over the entire creature. And over the course of 1 hour, the elder brain begins to slowly suction off. The tendrils withdraw. The purple sheen disappears. The eyes that had transformed into glowing, like a strange purplish, instead go back to regular reptilian. The silver of the scales begins to sparkle, and bit by bit, the corruption sloughs off into the water, dissolving into sea foam. The pool churns with the yellowish, bubbling, thick, but you can see that it is slowly beginning to disappear, little bubbles popping. And as this occurs, the dragon, by the way, also shrinks back down. It was part of the mutation accelerated its growth and its size.
Aww.
It shrinks back down to a wormling size, about the size of any of you. It's about person-sized now.
Oh, guy.
There's a moment, like, when like, the physical change actually starts happening, that Triss's expression completely shifts, and she just becomes extremely invested.
You watch as the process ends and the dragon takes in a deep breath and then snorts out, and kind of water sprays up and splashes at all of you with a little bit of dragon snot in it. You see, she says, "He rests now. He will need some time, but he will recover his strength. There is, however," and she places a hand on the back of its head, and you see that something that did not go away. There is a scar that runs along the back by the brainstem. She says, "To control it, a piece of metal lodged within. I cannot remove it in this way. In order for his will to be his own and not just his body, you will need to kill he who controls it."
Of course. This is already far beyond what I expected. You have my sincere gratitude.
She kind of, when you say gratitude, she kind of smiles like you've said a joke and gives a little laugh to herself. And then she says, "It is no less than what I promised to you." She looks to all of you. She says, "What will you do now?"
I wish to see.
Triss is hugging the baby dragon, for the record. Triss is hugging the dragon.
I wish to see this quest through. And I wish to survive it. I don't know who or how that happens alongside. But I suppose it depends on what everyone else wants to do.
Well, my course is clear. I obviously can't leave this thing running around, controlling the minds of innocent creatures, so... I'm killing it. You know, next chance I get. Anyone else can come along if they want.
Once more, I ask, what is stopping us from returning the next day?
Yes, I was considering that. I think we should definitely try. But if this thing is anything like the genius it claims to be, it may have moved by the time we get there. We should check, but we shouldn't get our hopes up.
Kireek nods.
Garou, silent since leaving the shore, looks at the three of you, says, "You could go now, you could go later. For once, do not know when would be best. Like you said, if we fail, that creature has our corpses to do with whatever it pleases."
Then, perhaps this. We rest tonight, or till rainfall. Recover. I will share what we've learned with Ophelia, and hopefully she can spread it to the other unicorn knights, so that if by chance the creature remains in its lair tomorrow morning, and we perish there, it is not the end of the quest to defeat it. And if it is not there, then the hunt continues.
Yes. Well, seems we may be in agreement for a change.
Garou sort of turns to the three of you, says, "Okay. If we're going to do this, I'm going to ask of you two things. One, we kill this beholder. Two, we kill all the other creatures it's created."
Yes. Well, I think that about lines up with what I was planning on doing anyway, so you won't hear me complaining.
3 things. Kireek is like prompting, what's the third?
Oh, I think you said two
two.
things
No.
from us 3, right?
Two
Yeah.
things
Oh,
from
two
you
thi-
three.
From you three.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
3, you
scratch that,
3, 2
scratch
things.
that. Miscommunication.
Scratch
Yeah.
that. Scratch
2 things
that.
from each of us, yeah.
Cut
We're
it.
doing
Get it in
genuine.
post.
I'm working on it.
Along the way, though, as we go after the stragglers, you will learn of all the other terrible things that I have done during my time here. I'm not asking you to understand, but I will give you fair warning. The worst of it had already happened back home.
I appreciate your candor.
Till then, rest. Gather your strength. We have a monster to kill. And
Yes,
Garou
you
will find his little spot in the grove and prep for the next day.
Katya will turn to Triss. I have the ability to contact other planes of existence to let them know. Well, really to ask questions typically, but I imagine I could modify this spell to transmit a message about how a certain egg now turned wormling is doing. Would you like me to contact your grandmother? Give an update.
I admittedly only know the very bare minimums of the spell. Does it allow you to contact an individual person?
I believe it specifies like a power, it's kind of the plan. A demigod, spirit of a long dead sage, or some other knowledgeable entity from another plane. I think giant old dragon counts for that. No?
Ascending would work, but this is for you getting lore. It's not a video call.
Never mind.
It's like, hey, so tell me what's in the fridge, and BT Dubs. Also, one of your babies is a baby now.
I wouldn't be suggesting it if your grandmother wasn't an ancient dragon, from my understanding, or some very old powerful
She's a very powerful dragon, but there's more powerful forces on the material plane.
She's a rung below demigod. I would say that this would
Katya
not.
would know that. Then
I do
her.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I assume that the dragon is under kind of like a sleep spell or something, because it's like, oh, it still has the mind control chip in its head. So
it still has the mind control, yes, which you'll recall you gathered one from Grofgander as well.
The big the staff thing.
Yes, this one's smaller than Grofgander, but yes. So yeah, it's your dragon will be unconscious until you are able to. Myaliki is going to keep it unconscious until you can prevent it from being controlled anymore. And then after that, you will have access to a dragon companion if you so wish.
Sick. All right then.
Which I've never put too fine a point on it because I wanted you guys to be able to decide. But you do currently also have access to the elk companion, which is the elk
that's my weird little dude.
Has.
My weird giant.
They have
weird enormous dude.
They have well, I wanted to give you guys many options of the Beastlands. If you ever decided to take them with you, they would operate under companion rules from the Beast Heart class. So
cool.
Extremely cool. Then Triss is going to do her meditation outside with the little dragon in her lap. Just do her trance out.
Yeah, sitting by the reeds, little dragonflies buzzing by. You can lift the head into your lap. Mm-hmm. Katya.
Yes.
How are you, before we move to Kireek, as the final Katya, how are you going to end your day?
Katya has had a no good, very bad day.
You guys won. What are you mad about?
Won. Air quotes.
You stopped the ants, you saved the dragon, you didn't die to a beholder. What more could you ask for?
Not dying is a pretty good win condition.
Somehow she ended up in a conflict that was the least personal to her, and she had to make a call that no one seems particularly happy with, but may have saved all of their lives. And the stress of that, combined with trying to push to the back of her mind the creeping thought that whatever deal she had made is coming loose, and also having to have nearly drowned within less than 24 hours. It's just not been a good day for Katya. So I think she'll first sending to Ophelia and communicate Beholder in the Beastlands. Corrupting creatures. We're going to stop it. Be ready to pick it up if we fail. And then I think she's just gonna find like a tree at the edge of the Grove of the Unicorn, like not even going down underneath, but just like lean up against it, pull her hat down, arms crossed over the shoulders, and just try and breathe and center herself and not think about the claws coming out or the job that they have left to do, and try and de-stress and enjoy the nature.
Okay. You close your eyes and make me a wisdom check. Just for fun.
Check or save?
Check or save. This is actually an important question.
Just a check.
15?
15? For a moment, you remember being in that twilight place and the figure sneaking behind you. And then you put it from your mind and you are relaxed. Your hat comes down over your eyes, left just in the perfect demi-plane void of blackness. You're at peace.
Soothing.
Kireek. Everyone goes to their corners, and you see Mayaliki comes out of the pool of water, sloshes off of her, and she steps up, dripping, and looks kind of down at you. She gives a little shrug. She says, I have a hard time keeping my own friends. Appreciate what you have when you have it. And she will walk off and disappear among the willow branches. Kireek, how do you end your day?
So no one returns to their room?
Eventually,
Garou's in his quote-unquote room.
Katya's chilling out at the edge of the grove. Eventually, as the night wore on, she would return to her room, but...
It was awkward. Kireek wanted to speak to each of them in turn.
Garou's in his room.
I think you will have a chance to, so...
Okay.
With each of finding them as the day grows on and you begin to see the storm clouds approaching, time for rest. You can...
I'll go to Trystine first, since she's like already... since she's just in the grove with the dragon.
Refocuses her eyes.
Noir doesn't remember, but Kireek will echo back some of the words that Trystine had said when she kind of blew up a little. I think some keywords were... like, I've already lost today, or something like that. And...
because I've already lost.
Yeah, because I've already lost. Like, shackled to you all, or something like that.
Yeah, Tryst looks visibly embarrassed. Well, kind of not embarrassed, more like genuinely a little bit ashamed, I guess, like the more meaningful version of that. But
your power is undeniable. If only I could have but a fraction of what you have.
I shouldn't have said much of what I said, and I do apologize. It's
Kireek will repeat again, shackled to you all, and then in your voice say, I do apologize.
No, it's... The world, this and every other, is filled with so many different kinds of people. So many beings all living their own lives. There should be no obligation of strength among them. And it can be difficult, I think, to not direct one's anger improperly. It has been a difficult several days for all of us, and I have not been treating you all as I should have been. I've been maintaining distance, building anger. It's an old habit, I think.
It's an old habit, I think. Habit
can be broken.
Yes.
I might suggest, as difficult as it may be, allowing others to shoulder the burden you carry. Trust that when we fall, one of us is there to pick us up once more.
You know, a friend of mine back home told me that I should stop trying to shoulder the weight of the world in case it breaks my back. And I didn't say to him then, but I should have, that it's difficult not to when I worry the weight will fall on someone else, less equipped to handle it. But trust, as you say, it doesn't come easily and it's not always rewarded, but I suppose that's the nature of the thing. And I trust all of you to try. And that's all I can ask of anyone.
I merely wonder how powerful you could truly become when you are unburdened in this way.
Well, that's an interesting thought.
I mentioned a solution beyond death. We may see if it is possible, yourself permitting, if I can extract the rod from your dead brethren.
I appreciate the offer, and I may yet take you up on that, but I think, for today at least, it would be a kindness to simply let him sleep.
Kireek nods. And then he'll part with,
selfishly, it would be nice.
No, mine Illithid would not see nice.
It would be preferable if you were to remain here.
For the time being.
In this realm?
My understanding is that your kind...
And in your kind, Kireek's referring to dragons.
are protectors of lands.
Grandmother.
Protects.
Snaiskala.
What do you protect?
Well, I try to protect my friends. And unfortunately, it's never come as easily to me as those other things that I practice, but you don't need to worry about me leaving this realm anytime soon. I am determined to see this through. That creature can't be allowed to run rampant in these lands. Garou may be uncharismatic, but he's not wrong about this, and I also don't want to see these lands come to harm, especially if there was something I could have done to stop it. This little one, I will see returned to his mother, but sometimes the best way to protect what's back home is to fight what's out here.
I think on that, Kireek will part before giving a friendly little scritch underneath the dragon's chin.
Yes.
Next, he would like to go to Garou.
Yay.
Gather around, and let me tell you the story. A banner, the ash vine, born from the fires of camps scattered across the desert. A new banner, choking out the ill wills of mortals, walked together as an inseparable storm, breaking the chains. Under their banner I hunt.
Garou gets up goes to his bags in the corner of the room. He takes the book out. When he turns around, you can see his eyes tired, clearly stained by tears. And he puts the book in your hands. He turns it to the very last page. And it says, and you read it, and it says, gather around.
Kireek will read, but he will ultimately put the book in your hands and say, tell me a story.
Garou looks at the page that he opened it up to, sighs for a little bit, and flips it to another one. This one about a third of the way through. Gather around. Let me tell you the story of Great Axe Vhas. She was a quiet one, only spoke to the stones. With her axe and hammer, the stones respected her curiosity with their secrets. She could etch within the magics that would make us grow strong, fast, sharp. The might of Malar would bow to the ferocity she imbued in the weapons she made. And like all things mortals make, a king would come to steal it. Years would pass as the crown scoured the sands for her creations, only to be met by the might that held them. We cleaved, we carved, we caved the skulls of the gluttonous crown, leaving memorials of its follies across the unforgiving sands of the deserts of Kalimshan. It was under the unrelenting heat of the sun that they took her very hands. Fire spread out from the seat of the sun, bound her to their service, where she spent the last of her days, knowing the secrets the stones have given her would behead the crown that sat on her hands.
Kireek will sort of take it all in and say,
I should like to know more of
Great Mother Garaban, and Great Mother Tati, and Great Axe Vhas, and of the deserts of Kalimshan.
Through these stories, they endure.
Garou closes the book. He looks at it for a moment. 500 years of history. That is all that is left of them. And when I'm gone, you three will have to carry this book on. And perhaps one day, I will earn my place in this book. Thank you.
When I am gone. Oh yeah, sorry, finish.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your patience. Together, an inseparable storm. And then he'll leave on that. And then he'll go to Katya. If you are, Kireek will, if it's not too much of an imposition, gently wake you.
Hello, Kireek.
He'll look at the cards and kind of gesture to him.
Well, of course, yes. Pick a card. And of course, ask a question.
Ask a question.
What is the nature of
Katya, the seer stray.
affliction?
So I roll.
You roll a d20 and a d4.
15. And a 3.
All right. She'll flip over a card, and you see kind of split down the middle, one half all these verdant green and bright blooms, almost forming like a smiling, laughing face, and the other half, almost like one of those Dionysian masks, just like the other half is this shadowy brambles of dead thorns forming a frown as you flip over Whimsy and Woe, images of the Feywild and Shadowfell. Both of us are glowing a color that corresponds to our emotions at this moment, so I don't know, Kireek, how you feel? What color are you glowing
dull
at?
gray.
Oh.
A dull
You feeling
gray.
particularly chartreuse at this time?
Yeah.
You
I
can't
know.
glow
This is tight
gray.
as
That's not
fuck.
a thing you can do.
I just want to
It's
say
like
this is very cool, and I like this.
gray Jedi's white lightsabers. It's kind of just like
Sure, it's not technically.
When we
not
saw
a
the solar
color,
eclipse, the sun
okay.
was glowing gray because weirdly the exposed corona of the sun kind of actually looks like a washed out.
Yeah,
photocopy
yeah,
for
that's
some
true,
fucking
that's
reason,
true.
So,
No
yeah,
one cares
I
about
have
your
no
space
explanation either.
nonsense.
So, okay. Me and Noir are doing the
We're
handshake
doing a
meme over
campaign
here.
about
Nobody
my
else gives a
about my
shit.
ecology nonsense right now. Okay.
I'm saying
You
gray
wanna
is
run
a
the
color.
Fuck you,
You
this
wanna
isn't
run
the
the next
space
game in
season. We already
space?
did the space season.
I know we missed
wanna
our
run the next game
chance
in
to
space, feel free.
spit facts on space.
Yeah.
Humbug.
But anyway,
I'm
Whimsy
sorry,
and Woe.
Sophia. Please go on.
I feel that I may not even really need to pull a card for this particular question, but to play along. You have pulled Woe. It represents suffering, apathy, a joyless existence, slogging through life, as opposed to embracing all of its more wonderful aspects. I cannot say what it was like to have this affliction before I made the trade to get it away, but it was not locked up because it was a good thing. I hurt others. They were threatened by something I could not control. And in that way, my affliction is one of woe. And so I will keep it under control and locked away for as long as it takes.
I will keep it under control and locked away for as long as it takes.
But should you fail, it is good that a beast is in the Beastlands.
I fear that might be the reason that I am even aware of the beast at all, but I suppose this is as good a place as any to experience it. How are you?
And Kireek will actually echo something. Kireek will actually echo something that he told Trystine.
One can wonder how powerful you may become should you relieve yourself of this burden. Trust that should you fall, one of us is there to pick you up.
Thank you, Kireek. It's been nice having a friend around. Spent a lot of time running around alone. I know that if I embrace this side of me, I probably could be quite powerful, but I can't take personal power that will cause harm to others. I think in this way, my goals might be a bit different from those of Tris and Garou. I would ask instead that if ever you think I am getting out of my own mind, perhaps you could extend the hand and pull me back to familiar shores.
And Kireek will echo again.
Trust that if you should fall, one of us is there to pick you up.
Thank you.
I think if there's nothing else, then Kireek will leave.
Yeah, Katya will settle back in.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffle up the cards.
See the social points going up with every member of the party. Katya will now take a mortal blow for you in battle.
Yeah, social link increased.
Kireek trying.
Yeah.
Kireek trying to just little bits of XP by playing role-playing encounters.
Yeah, Katya
More inspiration, King.
Disposition plus 50.
It's very funny that Mighty Lakey said what she said, because like Kireek was already in the mindset of like, God damn it, I will keep these guys together and they will be my friends, damn it.
She recognized that. I think perhaps you would know from the interaction, if there was a kindred spirit among the four of you with her, it's you, Kireek. My question is, hunting party, you have a lot left to accomplish, even with all you've already done. Is there anything anyone else would like to do before we close out the finale of season 1?
Take a long rest and then go kill Evo Track.
Yeah, we got. I mean, we got plenty of time.
We gotta edit
so,
tomorrow's
all right,
episode,
long
guys.
rest. All right, we go back. Roll initiative. You guys are 1 victory away. I'm using Draw Steel terms. You guys are 1 encounter away from leveling up, by the way.
Oh, you bastard.
So the next encounter that you win, you will level up. So
which is going to be with Evo Trek, right? When we go in and kick his ass after 1 long rest. And
it could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could very well be. So, as it seems that everyone is happy with where they are, I think we will go ahead and close this episode. Thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed this very experimental season that we did. Things were very strange here. And if you enjoyed, please come hang out on our Discord and talk about it. Please come to our Q&A, which I'm sure at this point has been announced or will be announced soon. And if you want even more, come find us on Patreon, where we have been chatting about how the season's been going. So thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you all for some extra episodes and then next season.
I'm exhausted.
Hell yeah, guys. Catch you next season.
Yay.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for listening to this season of Hunting Party, a Rolling with Difficulty campaign. We're going to be taking a quick break before we get back in with the second season, but if you miss us before then, join us on September 18th for the post-season Q&A at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on our Rolling with Difficulty YouTube channel. If you can't join us live, you can always email your questions in ahead of time to rollwithdifficulty@gmail.com, and be sure to catch the VOD and audio uploads after the stream is complete. In the meantime, I hope you'll check out the Rolling with Difficulty Discord server for fun fan conversations, fan art, and keep the vibe alive in between seasons. And if you'd like to support the podcast to get access to some bonus content created by the entire cast, you can check that out over on our Patreon. I will be uploading some more of the Silly Things deck of cards pretty soon, so you've got all of that to look forward to. In the interim, of course, please also stay tuned for some one-shots. We've got some very fun extra bonus sessions planned in all sorts of different systems with all sorts of different guests, so stay tuned on our socials for that. And in the meantime, thank you so much for listening. We hope you've enjoyed this hunting party. Happy hunting!